Good morning. It was really busy coming in today, and Minxie Harriet, whose birthday it is this weekend, you know, lovely Harriet, head of merchandise, it's her birthday this weekend. Minxie, we call her, because in work, she's very like, let's go work, we're here to work, guys, we're here to work. On Instagram, she's there like this. Anyway, happy birthday for the weekend, Harriet. She's off tomorrow. It was busy coming in today. A lovely show lined up for you today. It's a bit chilly. Did you hear that? What was all that squeals then? Let's have a look at today's menu. Coming up with today with me and Jess Entwistle. At 8 o'clock, we've got the Patchwork Star Cushion. Then at 9 o'clock, we've got John Sewing Inspiration. Okay, it's nothing. Can I just come back to me a minute? Ignore that. It's cats and dogs. It's cats and dogs. I'm obviously inspired by pussycats. That's what it is. Anyway, back to the menu. 10 o'clock, cool kitchen accessories with Jess Entwistle. And then to 11 o'clock, we've got tools and gadgets. Irene is back. Irene is back, and she's got her regulars, and she's also got this. It's lovely. It's like a little kit where you get two of these, and they... Look, you put your glasses, where I put my glasses down all the time, you see. Now, I have been sent lots of these as gifts, but this is the one that Irene's bringing with her today. Nice, isn't it? Anyway, we'd love you to get in touch. I haven't been through, I tell you what I haven't got. I haven't got any of the things to show today, have I? There's the cushion, there's the 8 o'clock cushion. There's the lovely cushion. Then we've got oh, hang on, we've not got the cat thingy. Hang on. Sorry, chaos reigns supreme. So in the 9 o'clock hour, this is John's Sewing Inspiration. It's Crazy Brecker Reed's pattern for a cat bed. We've got the fabrics back in that different lining, but the same fabrics on the outside. Last time we did this, it completely sold out. Then at 10 o'clock, we've got the kitchen. We've got a pattern with all sorts of... Oh, look at this. Okay, so what that is, that's in the pattern, there's a, what's that thing? Tea coating, and those things you put. Anyway, look at this next one. This is the one Jess has made. Oh, somebody needs a hug. Who did that? Oh, Mike and Mike did that. Okay, but mainly Mike. Which Mike, though? Anyway, and then I've got nothing to show you for the last hour. Lots and lots of gadgets and goodies in the last hour. And I've got, I bought Joe Carter a present a couple of weeks ago, and then it's only here today. I could have gone anyway. Never mind. I'd love you to get in touch. This is how you can do it. I've only had 2 days off, and I don't know where I am. Website www.sewingquarter.com. What you need to do is click on Watch the Live. Not go to the shop. You go into the live. There you go. Watch today's show live. It will ask you to log in at this point. Doesn't cost you anything, but you need to log in. You see the little square there where it says Message the Studio. You can write a message there. You need to keep it to 140 characters or less. At your end, you can keep typing as much as you like, but at my end, it cuts you off after 140 characters. Scroll down the page. You can see all the items from... Now, there are all the items... Well, 3 of those items are from a week ago. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, all my products from today's show will appear there. And you can click on them later if you're watching the repeat and put them in your basket. Talk about popping them in your basket. Go to the top of the page. See there where you've got the Beach Huts Beachcomber fabric by Macawa. In a minute, as I introduce bundles and fabrics and tools and things like that, they will appear in that little square there. You can click on them and you can pop them in your basket. Very important to know you can check out your basket as... Oh, that's out of stock. That one, Hannah. You can't buy that one. It is important for you to know you can check out as many times as you like during the day. You will only pay one P&P of £2.95. That's 4 to 6 working days. Think that's everything? Oh, no, email. You can send in pictures or longer messages, studio@sewingquarter.com. Studio@sewingquarter.com. Right, look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? This is the cushion that Jess has made. It's Liberty Fabrics from Alice Caroline. Aren't they lovely? Right, I've got 3 bundles. I've got 3 bundles for you. So I'll just start with the blue bundle. I just moved that. I'm thinking my magnet might be hitting my microphone thing. I'm ever so sorry, that's my phone. Right, okay, this is the blue one. So what you get is you get the Alice Caroline 5-inch square charm packs. I think you get 16 in there if I'm not... I've got my glasses, I could have looked. 16 5-inch squares. You get the instructions, and you get a metre of the backing fabric. Now, that's enough to do the backing and the back of the cushion, the background and the back of the cushion. And there will be, oh, well, Jess will show you later. Oh, and you get the thread as well. There will be little bits of the Liberty left over. So if you do English paper piecing, lots of lovely little bits of Liberty to do your EPP with. So that's the one that Jess has made. The one that she's making during the show is this one. So this one is called Rainbow. So these you get the 5-inch squares, the 16 5-inch squares again, but in rainbow colours. You get the instructions, and then this is linear print, vintage pink, I think it's called. Tea rose it's called. Just tea rose. And you get the thread as well, £32.99. And then last but not least, now this, I have to say, is my favourite. Oh, sorry. This next one is my favourite, right? This is Bright. This one's called Bright. You don't need to worry. As long as you choose which one of the three, you just follow the item code number. Oh, the blue one's going already. Blue one's going already, just so you know. This is the Bright. So you get the charm pack, 16 5-inch charm packs. You get the instructions, and then you get this gorgeous lichen in the linear print there, and the thread. £32.99. Oh, yeah, you see that one's flying out now. Absolutely flying out, that one. OK, let's go and see Jess. I haven't seen Jess for ages. Oh, I've got to take the instructions with me.
Hello, sweetie.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, very good, apart from my toe that Hayley caused, but that's another story. Yeah, the toe again, sorry, Hannah. Hannah hears it every day, you see. She's sick of the story. She's got her Peruvian top on again today, everyone, but she has put trousers on with it. You know the top she's got on today?
It's long, it is long. She's not wandering around with a crop top.
No, it doesn't cover up BTM. The other day she came in with it and cycling shorts on, so look, that's all she was wearing.
No one wants to see me wearing that outfit, that's
It was a hot dress. Anyway, she's young and a hot dress, she said. She's young and hot and it was a dress, she says. Right. This looks complicated.
It isn't. It's actually just 16, I think it's 16 blocks. Well, yeah, 6. Each block is, let's do it when you can see it better. That's a block.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just have to do that again. There you go.
There, yeah, that is your block. And you either chain piece them or do one at a time, whatever you fancy.
So you make 16, I'm just trying to look now, you make 16 exactly the same, and then you turn them.
Then you turn them, yes.
So you don't have to worry about,
no.
Oh, I've got to do 8 this way and 8 that way.
They're all the same, and then you just turn them round and round and round. And the way Rebecca Reed's designed it is so you have the star here.
Right.
Although when you have made other blocks as well, so you can see what you can do is you could change how you want the pattern to look, but I think it looks lovely like
But
this.
we can show that, because we're going to have a few, aren't we?
I've got some as well.
Now, remember that the Liberty charm packs are lawn weight, they're made of lawn.
Yeah.
And then this is our Macawa, one of, the Macawa solid fabric. Yep. Sorry, my brain's not working yet. Right, so where do we start then?
Where we start is you've got your instructions. So I've got mine here, and you've got the sort of the prettiest set there as well. Which is I know, it's because the cushion's heavy. You can't really tell from this blue. It's got a slightly sort of mottled linen-y look, hasn't it? It's got a really nice mottled blue.
Spray, isn't it? No, that's linen effect, that one. Linen effect.
It works really well. And there we go. So yeah, we've got all the instructions here. I'm not sure why there's 2 bits there. Oh, amendment, yes, because there's amendment. I noticed in the original.
Right, OK. Yeah. What's that to then?
The amendment is, if you actually, it's only on cutting out, everything else is the same.
Right.
It says on the original ones to cut, let's do it this way, to cut one, it says here, large block square, 6 centimetre, and then 2 small block squares at 7 times centimetres. They just swap the words large and small round. So it should be 1 small, 6 times 6.
OK, but that's in your amendment.
That's the only change. Because when you first think, you think, oh, I'm not sure, but that's the only change in it.
OK, you'll get that in yours, and then it carries on into this page
here. And it's really, really simple. You can see you join two blocks together like this, cut them in 4, press them, do that twice, because you've got 8 on each one, and then you just join them all together, and it's really, really simple.
What I was about to say, and Hannah just said it before I had a chance to say it, if you look here, right, once you've made it with this kit, you could make it with choices of solids, couldn't you? Like,
I'd love to do it with solids. It looked really striking.
Yeah. Well, if you just look at the way it's set out there, It's really, really. I mean, it's striking in the Alice Caroline, obviously, but then do it in just 2 colours. Look amazing, wouldn't it?
I also think it looked lovely in Chris's prints because the starfield, I think it looked really nice.
Don't get on to Christmas
I know, we're
already.
almost in Christmas. It's almost July. And we talked about what you have left over as well. This is one of the. I got this. I think this one's called Rainbow.
Yes.
So this is the size of your. I'll do one so you can see it proper. This is the size of your actual charm packs. We call them charm packs. I don't. We call them now.
Yes.
Charm packs. So there we are, which is I think 15 by 15.
Is that looks bigger than 5? Do you know why I think it is? I think tape measure. There's no tape measure.
No tape measure. But what you actually have left over after you cut it out is you have that piece.
Yes.
And a little piece here. I always keep because it's liberty.
And that's what you have left.
That's what you have left over when you cut from this. So
okay.
As we were talking about English paper piecing or whatever, you could always wanted to do a little sort of Liberty square back if you wanted to do.
Yes, because you'd have 16 of those, wouldn't you? So you could use some of it.
So it's quite a lot. Although I don't think I put Liberty on the back of cushion. I think I keep it for best and have it on the front. But yeah, I love this as English paper piecing. It looked absolutely lovely. So you do get, and there's, I loved because I love blue and white anyway. This was so much fun designing where I was going to put them all. And
right.
It's really, really nice. And the rainbow one, I was sent all 3 and I had to give the rainbow back because I wanted the rainbow. It's gorgeous as well.
Oh, now I've just seen. You don't even mix. Each square has the same fabric.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just show you. So you're not mixing your fabric. So each block is just made with one fabric and your background fabric.
Yeah.
And then if you go down here, it's made with one fabric and your background fabric. So you don't even have to mix and match.
No.
So you just go ahead and make all the blocks and then you place them all as the way you want them.
So you make all your blocks. You have so much fun deciding. I decided to make the sort of darker ones in the middle and then send them out. Yes. Because I like that idea. And then, of course, you quilt it as well. So we don't think we've got wadding in our kit. Just use any wadding we've got. This was actually sewn with our craft wadding we have. Right. And it was absolutely fine. Perfect. So, yes, I would say that because you use a 1/4 inch, if you've got a 1/4 inch foot, use it. If you haven't, use the pen I used to use all the time, much easier. And use a needle like an 11 point or something like this. I couldn't find one, I've got 14, but we should be fine. Right,
so, I'll put the iron on for you.
So you cut out, from your fabrics, you cut out 2 7x7s.
Okay. Are we in centimetres then?
Yeah, in centimetres. The back centre works in centimetres.
Okay.
That's
weird for quilting, isn't it? Because quilting is normally inches, and because you've just said 1/4 inch seam allowance.
Well, that's the thing, because you can either do it in centimetres and use a 5mm, or you also transfer it into inches here as well. I actually cut in centimetres and then I sewed with a 1/4 inch. As long as you sew it all the same, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Les says, morning, John. What a treat. Not only the cushion with Jess, but you as well on my birthday. I've got you on record too. Lots of love. Happy birthday, Leslie. Right.
I hope you're having cake for breakfast. Very important, cake for breakfast.
You've had cake for breakfast, haven't you?
No, not yet. I had brioche. Does that count?
Well, it's like a cake, isn't it?
Cake, brioche breakfast. So, I have a Liberty, of course. Make sure you got the right way around.
Yes. Now some of these Liberties, you do have to keep an eye on. Some are definite that it's the wrong side, but others look so.
They're really close. I'm trying to think. I haven't got. Yeah, this one's pretty close. Really close. You probably can't see that. You can just see it's like different. With a few of those, I'm still not sure whether one is actually the right way
You can
around.
see on the telly. You can see that they're different. But yes. This one's
like
almost
faded.
Yes, exactly.
But if you might want the faded look, who knows? Anyway, so for each of your, so you cut 2 7x7s of those and 2 7x7s of those, and 1 6x6 each of those. Right. So that's all you need for each block. So you take one of your 7x7's Liberty print and you place it on top of your 7x7 right sides together. Right. And either pin if you want to or not. Oh, right. And then you sew. Normally, I know when we do half square triangles, we sort of draw a line here and then sew either side. We don't. We sew all the way around like that and then cut.
Oh, this is like the Jane Alcock version.
I haven't seen the Jane Alcock version. But anyway, so I'm just going to do this. And I haven't used this rotating cutting mat, so it's going to be quite a joy for me because I keep looking at this. So I've seen Lucy use this a lot. Yes, and I wanted to go with this.
Every time we get it in, it sells out.
Yeah, I might have to, because you do a lot. You think each block you've got 8 of these, and you're making 16, so that's quite a lot of little triangles. Yeah. So you spend.
And there'll be a lot of squaring off, I presume, as well, won't there?
Okay, so you put these together. I'm not going to pin. I'm going to wing it. I've got my 1/4 inch foot on, so I'm just going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around there.
Okay. That's like a different 1/4 inch foot to the one that comes on the 680, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've got the 340 here.
We're using the 340 today.
340, I am. Usually I go for the 540, so I haven't quite got the foot pedal correct on this one. It's a little bit fast, but fine. there's not much piecing with this. If you want to, you could do it all in one go, or you could actually just, might have to move the foot pedal, you could just do them block by block. It depends what you want. I mean, when you're making something like this in one go, you tend to cut them all out at once.
Yes.
Just bear in mind the cutting out takes a little while. Back.
So you're not going backwards and forwards each corner. You're literally just going round the four edges.
Just going around all the four edges, and you don't need to back at the beginning and front and end. Back tack, I suppose they call it in America. So there we have. I don't think you can see that. You stitch all the way around like this, and then you cut it across the diagonal into 4 really, really tiny little triangles.
They are, aren't they?
They are. So I'm just going to use this ruler and go across.
This ruler that we're using here is called the Itsy Bitsy ruler, I think, isn't it?
Oh, I'll cut away.
There you go. At £17.50, a 6 by 6 inch.
You see, automatically.
Oh yes, you've got to turn what's it?
My brain goes this, but no, I can turn it now. Which is just brilliant.
I know. So you don't have to touch your fabric at all until it's done.
No, I absolutely love that. I think that's really nice. So.
You have to put it on your Christmas list.
I already keep wanting. There's the clover glue pen which I can't find and I really want. I need to get one of those, and also the big fat sewing machine which I haven't justified the spend yet.
Which one?
We've got the 9, whatever it's called. The 680.
The 680.
What's the poshest? That's
well, no, because the 680 was the poshest, but now we have the one that I did the other day, which is you can sew and do embroidery on the same machine. And then yesterday, the day before, Vix had the one, I don't know what number it is, but it's £4,599. Does everything.
Yeah.
And we have it for £1,000 cheaper than other people.
Oh.
I have yet to witness that machine.
The cost of my car.
But yes, but the 680 is fantastic.
Yeah, that's the one. And every now and then there's a deal that comes up. There was one with Fred's the other day, and I thought I need to get stuff done. I thought no, that's my treat for my birthday, I think. So you cut into your 4 bits, and then you press the seams to one side. Okay, so we just need the little iron on.
Does it matter which side you press them to?
As long as they're all the same, it doesn't really matter. I tend to press, let's see what I've done this way. Yeah, I tend to press away from the Liberty because I think the bulk should be on the slightly thicker fabric. Okay. You could, if you wanted to, press the seams open because they're so tiny, but I'm going to press them to one side. And just bear in mind, because it's cut on the bias, it might stretch a bit. It doesn't really matter. Because it's Liberty sewn against a different fabric weight, it feels a little bit different. But the wonderful thing is it will give when you sew it all together. So I'll just press those open.
Right, update. Half the stock of the blue bundle has gone already. And graphics will be coming in for that now. Lorraine got her clearance fabrics this week. She absolutely loves them.
Ooh.
Our warehouse has done so well, haven't they? Because we were like, oh, you know, there's going to be a delay, going to be a delay, going to be a delay. They've been fantastic, haven't they? And we have to do a special shout out for Daniel in the call centre, who, I forgot the name of the lady who, she put on the Facebook fan page. He was absolutely brilliant, sorted everything. It was a problem that she'd done herself, but he sorted it out for her. And she said she wanted him to have special mention.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
I must admit, because I order here as well, and I phone up because I'm staff, I guess. So it's slightly different if you're staff. And they're always really lovely.
Yeah, but they don't know yourself when you're picking up the phone,
No, they sort of say, and I say, oh, no, I've done this one, and so they go, oh, right, yes, what do you want? I love them. They're really, really nice.
They're really good. It's a really, really good call centre, because they even could tell that Hannah upstairs was a little bit crazy before they even knew who she was.
Right, so you press them to one side. This is where you trim them down.
Oh, OK, then.
Now then.
This looks like the fiddly bit.
Yeah, so I'm just going to double check. We'll trim them down to, where are we? 3.5 centimetres.
So how many?
3.5 centimetres. So.
Well, how does that happen? Because that's got inches on the ruler.
Because you're using this as your guide.
Oh, OK.
Yeah. So I'm just using the ruler, first of all, to just trim, get one side square. So you're not worrying about, you're not sort of comparing it against this. You're just drawing across the line and getting as close to the edge up there as possible. And just trimming that bit off. Cut them off, pull them off. I go through so many blades that a lot of the time I'm sort of double checking it's actually coming off. There we go, that's a bit better. And then line that up with the 3.5 up here.
Yeah, because you got to rotate and cut it back. You didn't have to
I
pick it up
know,
and
that's with my brain. That's not very straight, actually. It'll be fine. Let's just do it again. I think I'll be all right. Just trim it off a little bit more. That's the thing, because it is a rotating cutting mat. I'm not used to it.
Yes. Also, you can line your seam up with the diagonal line on the ruler, can't you? So you've got checks each way round, yeah.
Right.
It literally is tiny,
It
tiny,
is,
tiny.
isn't it? So I'm just putting that
rotating
there. I
cutting mat.
know, you see, I'm going to do, this is my new thing. So that's now lined up with 1, 2, 3.5 there and across the bottom. So then I'll place that up so I can now know where the points are, because you've got your line there and there for the half.
Yeah. The rotating cutting mat's in metric, yeah, it's in centimetres.
Yeah, so
mat.
you just think, even though this is actually, centimetres, you're actually lining it up with your marks here, so you can see you've got your half there and your on the point.
Well, it's
now.
only because quilting, normally you'd be squaring off your quilting.
Yeah.
And your quilting is normally in inches, isn't it?
But I personally think, as long as you actually cut, you can cut one, as long as everything is cut the same and then sewn the same, it doesn't matter if you mix.
Yes.
So you could cut it in inches and sew it in centimetres. You'll have a slightly different size, obviously. So that's one. You can see how tiny they are.
Yes.
So I'm just going to do the other 4 from that. So this is the one I've already sewn. So
Do you know what? These would be brilliant. The other day, Jane Alcock did a thing, and she had 346 half square triangles to do, or something like that. But what she did was, there seemed to be quite a bit of wastage. So when she did her half square triangles, she then sewed another line half an inch away, and then created loads and loads and loads of little squares like that. So if you got little squares like that left over from that quilt, it'd be brilliant. Morning to the lovely Sewing Quarter team. It's my 40th birthday today, so looking to treat myself. Love, Emma in Derbyshire. Happy birthday, Emma.
Happy birthday. I remember turning 40. I actually really enjoyed turning 40. I went out with my girlfriends because I just had son number 2, having had son number 1, and then a husband, so everything was very boyish. So I thought, so we went, everything was pink. I did pink party bags for the girls. Brilliant. Loved it.
For your 40th?
My 40th. I thought I'm going to do a pink party.
Even though I'm only 39.
Yeah, when you turn 40, John.
Yes. I took 40 friends for dinner.
Wow.
At La Familia on the King's Road. Oh, it was beautiful.
Nice. That sounds amazing.
So Hannah said, could she be friends with me for my 40th when it actually happens?
Nice one, Hannah.
Yes.
Beautifully put.
Yeah, she's got a lot of payback to do, Hannah. She's been so rude to me recently.
Really?
Yes.
So mean. Right.
But I haven't, she said.
So did you buy yourself a treat for your 40th?
Did I buy a lot of treats?
Yeah.
No, in those days, I used to earn quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I used to just treat myself every day. Now, had I known then what I know now, I wouldn't have been quite so frivolous with all my money. Jane says, I agree entirely. The warehouse are brilliant. In fact, my sale orders probably arrive sooner than my normal delivery ones. Well done all. Jane. Uffy.
Uffy.
Uffy. Uffy.
Buffy?
Uffy. I don't know what that means.
Speculate, John, speculate.
Uffy. Is that your nickname, or is that one of those things, you know, like, say, TBC, to be confirmed?
But what could it be?
Could it be
Uffy.
under... No.
UF1.
Umbrella.
Something you.
Unicorns are fluffy and yellow. There we go, that's what with the uniforms. Unicorn fluffy. We've got an email from Helen.
Go on.
Morning, both of you.
Morning.
To the 2 J's.
Yay.
Oh...
What?
She had an operation yesterday, just local anaesthetic.
Oh.
But she's recuperating at home. Oh, thank goodness for Sewing Quarter, she says.
Must admit, if Sewing Quarter had been on when I was off on maternity leave,
She didn't realise that I was such a superstar and worked on so many films. I just explain how she knows that. As somebody was watching, was it 4 Weddings on Notting Hill this week? And they 4 Weddings, they watched the credits, and they went, oh, look, there's a John Scott doing costume. Is that our John? And then someone else said, look, this is here at the, what's that place you go to look at IBDMBD? You know, where you go to look for all the film people.
Yeah, the film one.
So somebody then put a photo shot of all the films that I'd worked on and everything like that.
You've done loads.
I have.
Oh,
hang on.
Go on.
I don't what? No, I haven't got Andy McDowell's hat from 4 Weddings, but I have... Oh, no, I'm not saying...
Well, no, go on.
No, my sister... My younger brother and sister are twins, and they were talking to me in those days. And my younger brother got married, and my sister wore Julia Roberts' hat, sunglasses, and shoes from Nottingham.
Nice. I was going to say...
It was fine, because in those days we used to have sales after the film, and I bought them.
Bought them.
Yes.
Love it.
Anyway.
I'll say... Oh, any of the things that you made in Angels and Burmans?
There are loads of stuff we do in Angels.
Angels and Burmans is the fancy dress shop, isn't it, really?
Well, hang on. There's 2 parts. Sorry about this, but there are 2 parts to Angels and Burmans. There's the bit that the film people go to, and there's the bit that the fancy dress people can go to.
That'd be me.
That'd be you. So basically, but in there, Angels and Burmans used to be 2 rival companies, as did 20th Century Costumes. Angels bought them all.
Yeah.
So in North London now, there is a warehouse that's big as like an airfield full of costumes, but they have a room full of costumes that were worn by, they've got Betty Davis costumes, and they've got fabulous, like really, really iconic costumes. If I was on the Generation Game once as an expert, and I had 5 costumes, and they had to guess what films they were from and what year they were.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, should we carry on?
I'd love to go into that warehouse.
I'll take you one day if you want.
Yes,
We have to go
please.
to London.
Yeah. Oh, that's the real hardship,
Yes.
isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, so you've made your 8 triangles
Yes.
into little squares, and they are teeny tiny.
Oh, yes, because you've done 2 of them.
Yes, here's one I prepared earlier.
Yeah, that's just
Blue
as
Peter.
well.
Then you actually follow your diagram. This is your diagram here. So you can see that's where you actually do your square.
Yeah.
You cut it,
Yeah.
you press them, and then you trim. And then you're actually putting your block together. So this is a bit you need to think about. So
Right.
bear in mind, I'm going to do my solid. All my solids I did. If you actually look at the actual design, it is the same all the way around. So you don't sort of change it per block.
Right.
Every block is the same.
Right.
So I'm going to have the pink as my print.
Yeah.
And this is my solid. So
Right.
the way I do is I'm going to lay it out. So I'm going to do it upside down. It doesn't matter.
So you
if it's
make
spinning.
one with like an arrowhead on it, and
Yeah.
one with an arrowhead at the other side on it. Yeah.
So what I do
Yeah.
is I'm just going to put that to one side.
Yeah.
I've got a much bigger one than that, and I need a little one. That's
Yeah.
so much easier. So, sorry, a bit of a cough.
Yeah.
So always lay things out so you can see. So I'm just going to put them here.
Do you want this your way up? So you there you go.
Yeah, I'll do it that way up. So that's there, that is there. And then I'm just going to lay out the block so you can actually see how it looks. In some ways, it's probably easier to actually look at the finished picture if you're not too sure, if you're thinking, I'm not sure
Yes.
how things look. So I've actually got, that goes there. And then I've got, let's have a look.
So you do this one first.
Yeah, I'm
So
just
you've
trying to
got
think how it actually looks here. Yeah, that's correct. So we have this pink here, then you have that going look like that, so that's that one there. Then you have a diagonal going across like that, so it goes a little line. If you have directional prints, because when you actually, I mean, I did one of these just for myself, slightly bigger in stripes, and you can actually line things up.
Right.
So, and if you have something which is, these are obviously Liberty don't, they're all over the place, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Which is great fun. If you actually do, then you could think about how things look, because I've done ones, I did one with a Tula, which is great fun, and I move things around so they're looking in different directions.
Yeah.
So that's one bit like this. Then this one goes like that, with that in the same angle, like that. So you see you've got little arrows like this. Then you think this one's here, and then you put, that is like there, and that's also like that. And then we've got like that. And have I done that wrong?
Hang on.
Yeah, hang on, where are we go? Hang on, that's that way around. See, this is the thing, your brain's going, hang on, what colour's pink? There we go. Just bear in mind, just think that way around. That is correct. And then we've got like that.
That's it.
So that's it. So you can see you've got the way you check, you just think, oh, that's the arrow going like this. So you lay it all out, and then you peek. Can you see that properly?
These are these 2 drawings. So which is the top one of this? That's
Hang
the
on,
top
let's
one of
go
it.
there you are, so that lines up better.
Yeah.
Much easier to lay it all out and then do a little piecing.
Yes. Right, don't do anything yet, because I'm going to go and do bundles. Carol says, I'm a new member and viewer who joined when the sale event was on, and without exception, every time I've phoned, it's been a good experience with... And then it runs out, Carol, but thank you very much indeed. I'm going to go and do
Okay,
bundles. Don't touch it.
I won't.
Don't touch it.
I'll leave it there.
She'll touch it. She'll touch it. Right, okay, so the one that... Right, the blue one that is now the most limited. This is the one to make the cushion that Jess has already made. Okay, there are fewer than 20 of these left. Okay, we are now in our teens, apparently. Hannah, that's the way Hannah words it. We are now in our teens, John, with this one. You get the charm packs, you get the instructions, you get the metre of linen look cotton and the thread, £32.99. That's the blue one. We have fewer than 20 of those. In our teens. The one that Jess is making is this one. So this one is called Rainbow, and you get the rainbow charm packs. You get the thread. These are lawn, remember, Liberty Lawns. Then you get the instructions, and you get a metre of tea rose linear print. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see at home that that's got a texture on it. Oh. How long's it been broken, then? Oh, OK. There you go. OK, so that's £32.99. I only say that because when I was watching Natasha do a show, she picked up a linear print, and on my telly, I was like, no, Natasha, that's not a linear print, that's not a linear print, because I couldn't see. Yeah, I talked to the telly because I live on my own. It's either the telly or the cats. And Hannah talks to the telly when I'm on. She starts producing me from home. Go, don't say that, John. Don't say that. Don't go down that lane, John. This is Bright. This is my favourite. This is my favourite. So that's the Alice Caroline Liberty Tara Lawn in Bright. They're lovely. It is my favourite. You will have, like I just showed you, we'll have a few little squares left over. Thread. Because you're doing 16 blocks, you have one block made out of each fabric, see? Instructions, and then lichen in the linear print there. There's the kit. Righty-ho. Oh, you didn't do anything, blimey.
I didn't. I laid these out.
Oh, thank you.
Because I couldn't resist. Because I had so much fun when I was picking which four I was going to do, because I've actually done other ones so you can see how the square looks. Only because you've got 16 squares and you've got 16 blocks, so every single block will be different. You have any here. You don't have any repeat. You could photocopy the diagram in black and white and colour it in so you know which piece goes where. Exactly.
If you copy a few, you can decide in other colourways.
Good point. Very good point.
So I was thinking that as well. Mandy.
And then I was trying to decide which is my favourite. I've had my eye on that one for ages and I haven't seen it yet. I love it.
What, as a half metre?
Yeah, I think that's just gorgeous. I don't know the girl's dress.
Oh, now you have to be careful because some Alice Carolines are Liberty prints and she's chosen different colours.
Yes, that's one. That's a Betsy. That's one of hers, I think. I think that might be one of hers as well.
Yeah.
I think those two are. This one
That's a traditional one, isn't it?
Yeah, that one is. I chose that one because I said that in this cushion as well.
Oh, right.
I just love that print. It's one of my favourites. So,
right.
There's a bit where you piece. So I'm just going to chain pieces. So I'm going to put those two together, those two together, those two and those two.
Jane from South Yorkshire's missing. Good morning, Jane and John. Jane, no, I'm John. John and Jess. Jess, you have to get the mat once you've got the hang of it. You'll love it. I will.
It's like anything new. Your sort of brain goes in a different way.
And also, we didn't give it to you just before we came on air, so you didn't have time to practice. So now. So I'm putting like this. Yes. Brain on. Yes. I'm going to put those two together. So there, those two together. So and just do little full ones. Press them open and then join the two and the two, and then you've got 4 blocks. So seam length still 1/4 of an inch. Still 1/4 of an inch. And bear in mind, this is tiny tinny. Yes, they are. So just careful as you sew. Yeah, don't have the wind. I'm going to move the cushion away. Don't have the window open. No. And don't have let the cat in. No. Yeah, don't let any child near this either. Any children lurking around, shove them near a biscuit. Oh, you can't say that. Or in front of the telly, I thought you were going to say. A healthy apple. Healthy apple snack while they're doing their homework. Yes. Being really well behaved. Not wanting any tech. Yeah, do that. And when you've got these perfect children, you can carry on sewing. So do you have issues with yours then? No, my two are lovely. But we are a tech family. My husband works in tech.
and he loves gaming, and a company I used to work for was a big gaming company, so there was a lot of tech stuff flying around. They absolutely love it.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine, as long as they go outside and they know what mud is.
Now,
we
just
do
be
that as
careful
well.
you don't, yes.
Yeah, I'm just really careful, just holding. You can if you want
But
to
don't
pin
twist,
them.
because you could easily twist it between
So you've
them
got to
and them.
remember your brain like this. So
Yeah.
if you're not too sure, pin them where
Yes.
you're going to sew like that, and you can have them all stacked up if you're sort of know you're going to be interrupted.
Yeah. Or you got me whittering bit on
That's all right.
in your ear.
I don't mind you whittering.
Good.
What is this magnet on you, by the way?
Irene's bringing it with her later. It's a glasses holder, look.
Oh, clever. Because I'm now with my glasses, I've got a sneaking feeling I need bifocals.
Oh, I've got bifocals and I fell over each time I wore them, so they're brand new in the drawer.
I feel like, is that, I do have grey hair now, so I've already passed through, haven't I?
No, but your hair's glamorous, though. Your hair's very
That's because I wear
glamorous.
so much makeup. I look like this every day.
Yes.
But my husband's got bifocal contact lenses. I think he's like some sort of spy.
What?
Yeah, you can get He said they're really weird the first time he tried them, because he's sort of going like this a lot.
Yes.
I thought, what is wrong with you? And he said, no, it's just the new glasses. But, I mean, the new contact lenses, they're really posh, though. I think he's like something out of Mission Impossible. Right, chain piece together, cut and then press.
Okay, got the iron out ready.
Brilliant. Now, I would say, press them all in sort of a similar direction, bearing in mind you don't want them to bunch together.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just going to press them, and then I'm going to see when they lay out, and I might press them again the other direction, just to see. So just trim off your bits. That's twer, and we'll move that to one side. Thank you very much.
Sian's messaged in. Sian is Hannah's mother-in-law-to-be, just so you know.
Oh.
When one day we mentioned that Hannah hadn't got a boyfriend, and lots of people sent in messages.
I think I saw a
Lorraine's
picture.
grandson. I've got a message from Sian on my screen now. And morning, Jess and John.
Morning.
I adore that cushion cover.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, I did do 4 weddings and Notting Hill. And I was supposed to go back and do Love Actually, because it was the same production company. But by then, I was enjoying the delights of This Morning, so I didn't go back. I did This Morning for a year, didn't do Die Another Day, went back, was supposed to be going back to the film industry to do Love Actually, and just went, oh, do you know what? I'm not coming back.
I love Love Actually. It's one of my favourite movies.
Oh, is it? Christmas, isn't it, Love Actually?
It's just, I think it's like the modern day Sound of Music movie at Christmas, isn't it?
Yes. All right, they're all going fantastic costumes.
Those costumes are amazing, John.
Well, actually, my friend Joanna did them, but she won't mind me saying I hated the wedding dress at the beginning. Who wears a cardigan to a wedding?
Oh, was that, what's the chops?
Keira Knightley.
That's the one. That wasn't a wedding dress, was it?
No. The dress was nice, but she had a cardigan that was edge to edge down the front, didn't like
Well, that's
it.
because she's like young and trendy.
I know. What's the matter, Hannah? She's talking work now. The blue cushion bundle, fewer than 10 now. So we were in our teens, and we're now in our fewer than 10s. Don't know what you call that. Our single figures.
Yeah, when I made the cushion, the actual instructions say to do it with a zip back, but I tend to do
Oh,
envelope
no, I
backs.
hate zips on cushions.
Yeah, because they catch, don't they? So you can do that, or you just do your basic envelope, and there's enough fabric, enough fabric to do an envelope back. There you go.
None of my messages are coming through, Hannah. Shall I refresh my screen?
Right, now then, this is where we concentrate and have another look. So, get them in the right order. So that goes like that. Like that.
Yeah, get them in the right order.
Get the right
now.
order. And like that. So I'm just going to see, and I've given them press, how the seams actually nest. So you don't want them to be, so that one, you can see I've pressed them the same direction. But with this, I can just turn it, let's have a look. So that goes like that.
No, it does.
That goes to that side, and that goes to that side. So I'm going to press that one that way, just so they actually nest. If you're doing this this side here, it's much easier to do. I found it when I was doing this. I found it easier just to press the seams because there's only on my bits, and then go back and press them again if I need to. You could, as I said before, press them open, but that makes it really fiddly.
Yeah.
So there we go. Just press that like that. There we go. Right, okay, so
Wendy says, good morning, John and Jess.
Morning.
Lovely to see you both together again. Love, 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 love the cushion. Love Wendy. Kiss, kiss. Which Wendy's that?
Where am I?
Yeah, it's wait yourself, Wendy.
See, my brain is like first thing in the morning, like, just double checking. That's that.
Well, on the days you don't oversleep, you mean?
I did. I overslept. I completely overslept.
I was like, should Jess not be here? She's on the 8 o'clock show. And they went, oh, yeah, she's random when she comes in. And then my phone went beep, beep, and it was like, I've overslept. I'm in the taxi now.
I'm coming.
Right. How many minutes have I got?
What?
15 on the whole show?
That's all right, because I have some I prepared earlier,
Good.
so we'll just keep going with this one. This is something you just got to make sure you get it right. Once you've done it, it's a bit that. I'll use a silk pin, much easier. I think Angie Atwood, when she did her voice top tip, she uses silk pins for little piecing like this, much easier than using a great big fat one.
Yeah. Yeah, you have got the...
I have got a really fat one, haven't I?
quilting ones.
I have. That's all right.
Do you want me to go and find you another one?
No, it's fine. There we go.
Okay.
That's what I'll do. Or you could just hold it with your finger. This is just
Use
so you
your
actually...
fine pins, this, your
Fine
red-headed
pins,
pins
yeah.
for this one.
So this is just make sure that your actual seams, you've got your seam there.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yeah, they got that.
You just make sure that lines up with the seam on that side there. As you
Yeah.
can see, the actual seams are going, when they actually sew together, they'll be that way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do it without a pin. I'm just doing it. Okay. And because, as we said before, this is Liberty, it is a different weight to the other fabric.
Macawa.
Yeah, the Macawa. Although I love these. I'd never seen these linear prints until I came to Stone Quarter, and I have any which is left over when I do cutting out. I do keep them because they're really nice for fillers and things.
As long as it's less than half a metre.
As long as it's less than half a metre, exactly.
That's why there's never any left for me and Hannah. You obviously keep all yours.
I do wonder whether I'm allowed to keep the Liberty because it's, technically it's less than half a metre,
Yeah.
but I don't know. The blue ones didn't make it to Birmingham, that's for sure. Okay, so that's one. So you've got one like
Don't be
that.
so honest on air. You say, oh, it was in my bag when I left Wednesday.
Is that
I'm not
bad?
sure
What
what's
happened? I
happened
don't know
to
what
it.
happened to it, honestly. Press that one again. Thank you.
It is no, not fiddly, but it's
It is. It's
It is. All right,
a
then
bit
it
fiddly.
is.
Oh, it's not fiddly. It's delicate.
Yeah, delicate. Thank
Delicate.
you.
Yeah, that's a good word, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's very satisfying. Because once you think, oh, this is a bit, I'm not too sure. As long as you follow the instructions and
Yeah.
just keep an eye and you make sure you're doing it correctly,
Yeah.
then you are fine. So that's that. Going against that. So that's that way.
I've just brought my smalls into iron while I'm waiting.
Yeah. You iron your smalls?
No, of course I don't. This is from a show later on, but I thought while you're wittering on, I could just iron it ready.
Oh, do people iron their smalls, do you think?
I don't, but I'm sure people
Why
do.
would people
I've
iron
seen
smalls?
people's ironing baskets, and yes, I've seen.
How come you've seen people's ironing
When you go to your
baskets?
friend's house and the ironing basket's out ready for them to be ironing.
I know somebody used to iron towels.
Oh, it's a hint. Mind you, my friend Jennifer only ever used to invite me round when her flat needed tidy. She'll come for Sunday lunch. And I get there and I go, oh, Jennifer, this flat's a tip. She goes, oh, you couldn't just... So I'd spend the morning
That's dreadful.
tidying, and then she'd cook the Sunday lunch.
Maybe that was, she knew you were going to do it.
Yeah. They were in the days when I lived in London. I didn't have a car, and she lived in Peckham Rye, and I lived in Hackney. It was about 4 buses.
4 buses.
Anyway, so no.
Now this is going a little bit fiddly because it's sticking a bit. So there we
What's
go.
the matter?
That's all right. The needle, it's because this is a big needle. It's sort of got a bit stuck.
Oh,
That's all right.
excuses.
I know. It's nothing
One
to do.
job.
Rubbish, isn't it? Now, if they don't line up, just pull.
Yeah.
Go over. Come on. Ugh. Live telly, you see. Come on. I'm just
Oh, what's happened?
It's jammed up a little bit. That's all right.
We've got some already made, though, haven't we?
We have, don't worry, it's fine. That's going over there. It's because the seam's got a bit back, so that's all right. If you would come to this stage and you're doing this for reals,
Yeah.
you would take this off, go and have a cup of tea, be annoyed at yourself, and unpick it. 'Cause
Hannah would be in the
they're
kitchen the whole time then, wouldn't she?
They are tiny pieces, to be fair, so unpicking it isn't going to take you that long.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. There we go. We're moving.
Oh, no. Every time we get this rotating cutting mat in stock, it sells out. I've only got 6 left. Today, well, excuse me, we'll reorder it again, but I've only got 6 left today.
It is a really nice little and it's not big either, so it's not going to take up a huge amount of room. A lot of the time I'm thinking, where am I going to put everything? There we go, now we're off. Right, okay. So yours will be neater than this. That's gone so G. So you now end up with, how long have I got?
Well, we've got 10 minutes left.
Oh, God.
You're all right.
Goodness,
You're right.
That's ages.
You've only got 7 because I have to do the
that's
roundup.
fine.
So you'll be all right.
There we go. So just giving this a really good press. Doesn't really matter which way the seam lines up because you're only doing it to
a straight
yeah,
edge,
just
one line.
straight.
I've had it cut. Yeah, had it cut. Have you seen me since I've had it cut, Hannah?
I like your hair slightly longer on top.
Well, it's because I normally have the whole thing clippered, and then everyone said it would grow it longer, so I'll grow it really long, and then didn't get to the barber, so it grew really long. So I've just had it trimmed, but it's very grey when it's long, isn't it? Anyway.
I'm having moments every now and then where I think I should do my hair pink.
Why?
Because I just think it would look really quite nice, but then I know, would it look a bit weird?
Yeah. See, it suits somebody like Janice. Janice looks nice with
Janice
pink.
has got fab hair.
Yes,
I love Janice's
exactly.
hair.
I think you could, because you've got such a classic style, it might look, you'd have to change the style if you're going to change it to pink.
Yeah, that would look, have I done this wrong? Probably. Let's have a look. No, that way. Yes, there we go. And like that. There. If you're not too sure, turn it that way around and you can see the actual little diagonals like this. So now you have those bits.
Yes.
You then join those two together, those two together, and the two together, and you end up with your block,
yes.
as they say. So I'm just going to pin those together and then sew.
But there's no seams to match in this one, are there?
No,
It's just a straight one.
None at all. So I'm just going to pin that like this. It's a really, really simple, actually won't. It's a really, really simple little make. It's just, when you first look at the diagram, you're not too sure, but once you've actually done it, you think this is really easy, and then you could, there's so many possibilities with this.
Now, when you quilted it, I'm
Yes.
just jumping ahead now.
Yeah.
When you quilted it, you put a wadding behind here. You can use whichever wadding you're happy with. Have you put another lining in between?
There's enough fabric in this of this to actually have that. So when if you took it out, you'd see that you've actually got.
Or you could just use an old bit of, kind of an old fat quarter that you're not.
Or an old sheet. I mean, I have old sheets which I buy from charity shops, and also that I've got, which I keep specifically for things because you're not going to see it as long as it's the same sort of weight or lighter. You're fine.
Okay, carry on sewing, and then I'll talk about the
you
quilting.
quilt however you actually want. So when I did that, I thought I'll sort of emphasise the star.
Yes.
So that's how I went. So you could do whichever sort of design you like. I think Rebecca's done her slightly
But it's definitely a design that lends itself to straight lines rather than swirlies, isn't it?
Really easy. And what I do as well, what I recommend with quilting is if you're not too sure how you want it to look, what I always do is when this is still on the flat, when you've ironed your piece top, I tend to take that off and then get my ruler, work out where I'm going to mark things, and use my erasable pen and draw the lines on. Because as long as chest that they will come off. Yeah. So and then you spray it off. So then you've got an easier line. Because sometimes you have a quilt top on there and you're not too sure where it's going because you can't remember how you want it to look. Yeah. So Dawn says, don't change a thing, Jess. You're gorgeous. Oh, thank you.
Is she your friend, Dawn?
No, but she is now.
Oh. And Jeanette says, I never iron. Life's too short. But Helen's emailed in.
We've got a picky.
She irons smalls. They feel much nicer. Her nan taught her to iron. Oh. She used to iron socks. She used to iron socks. Happy memories. Socks. But you see, when you live in Africa, right? When I lived in Africa on Ghosts of the Darkness, I had she was gorgeous. She was absolutely gorgeous. She was my lady who looked after me, basically. So she'd do my washing, she cleaned my rondavel and everything like that.
Rondavel?
We lived in a rondavel. They built
that?
It's like a little mud hut with a thatched roof, and we all lived in them.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. Oh no, it was more glamorous than your house, Hannah. It was beautiful. I'll bring pictures in for you one day. Anyway, when she washed my clothes, you washed them in the river. There was no washing machine or anything like that. So she'd wash them in the river, bring them back up, and then she'd iron them. Because I had electricity in my mud hut. But she'd iron them because the little bugs in the river put their eggs in the seams of your pants. And if you don't iron them, it doesn't kill them off, you see. And then they'll start eating you all around. It doesn't happen in the United Kingdom in your washing machine. It only happens when you wash them in Africa in the river.
Bugs in your pants. and you'd still do the film. I'd be like...
Oh, I had the best time ever. I've got other stories which I can't tell you about that our director got into. But anyway, towels are the only thing I iron as it makes them feel softer. I always tumble dry my towels as well.
I haven't got a tumble dryer.
Oh, haven't you?
No, which was real fun when the kids were really tiny in the winter in an old house with a radiator. You can
You've
imagine.
not got room for them, you just don't agree with them.
Husband doesn't agree with them.
Oh, okay. Can't you have one next door in the shed or something?
Don't have a shed.
Oh, blimey. It's quite glamorous where you live. I thought you'd have all those things.
I live in Bath in a very nice little house.
Oh, no, it's gorgeous
little
house.
You've seen my house. But
I've seen a picture of your house, yeah.
Have you? Oh.
Right, okay.
So that's those bits, and then you can see it's slightly wonky there because it's a little bit of Liberty
Yeah.
Lawn and neon tape, but you stretch it like that, so it's fine. So then you when you join those, but you think, oh, that makes sense, and then you just join those together like that, and then you press it.
Okay, so show us ones you've made, because we've only got a couple of minutes left now.
Okay, ones I've made. Da, da, da. Here we go. So, those are ones you've made. And then
Oh, do you need that one to finish?
Yeah, just finish it. So what we'll do is we'll just go back to the front page of it. So, once you've actually made all your 16, you work out your placement. You see what Rebecca's done here. There's a lovely way she's sort of gone blues and made it like the rainbow. So you could do that if you wanted here. And I sort of vaguely did that. So I was just playing with these and I thought, okay, so I want that up there. And then you turn them. So this particular point here, you'll always have this going
So you're making your star in the middle.
Making your star in the middle. So that is like that. And then this one, when it's sewn together, will be like, where am I?
Yeah.
Like that. And once you have, because you sew them in rows, 4 rows, but you also, when you place them all, you work out how you want it to look. Because you might actually want all the sort of the pinks in the middle and then going out. That's
because with your blue, you went darker to lighter, but with the rainbow or the bright one, you can work them out, but have them all made.
Have them all made, and then make them all before you sew them together. Because I originally decided to do it a slightly different way, and I thought, no, I want the impact in the middle going out.
Because what you could do is, if you did that, there could be one that really, really, really doesn't work next to each other, or you could have 2 very similar suddenly next to each other, and you don't want that, so you can play around with it.
It's really good fun. So you can have, and you could also, if you decided you wanted to do it slightly differently, you could make a much smaller version and just use your little prints.
Do what?
If you wanted to do, if you have, bear in mind you've got, if you think I'm not sure about the linear, or you want to play with the linear, or you want to think, okay, you get it, you think, hang on a minute, that might be good for something else. You could always do it with Liberty prints. Make little smaller ones, make a smaller cushion. But whatever you actually fancy doing, it's a really nice design and pattern, and also scaling up, scaling down, and it'd be lovely once you've actually got this and you've nailed it. You think, I love it, to do it in stuff from your own stash. It's a really nice design.
Jackie from Cheshire. Morning, John and Jess. Do mining while watching you. I've ordered the blue kit.
Ooh, I hope you enjoy it.
Right, you're back in an hour.
I am.
Oh, doing cool kitchen, oven gloves and things. Brilliant. We'll see you then. Thank you, Jess.
Okay.
Now, I'll get scheduling to frisk her as she goes out so that we can get our Liberty prints back. So, blue one. Almost sold out. The blue one is almost sold out. You get the blue charm packs there, the Alice Caroline Tana Lawn. 16 in there. You get the thread, you get the instructions, and you get the linen look pale blue background, £32.99. You get a metre of that fabric underneath there. The one that Jess just worked with is Rainbow. Rainbow. In this one, you get the thread. You get the rainbow bundle here, 16 of the rainbow Liberty prints. You get the instructions, and you get a metre of the Tea Rose. There you go, the metre of the Tea Rose linear print. And then last but not least, which is my favourite. No, we haven't seen this one being made. Very, very popular. So what you get in this is you get the bright, bright. You get the lichen linear print, you get the thread, and you get the instructions. £32.99. Did you up? No, I'm laughing because Jess is finished, but she's carrying on sewing. While Wayne's trying to prep the desk around her, she's sister's desk. Let me show you the rainbow. No, not the rainbow. The website. I could show you a rainbow if I wanted to. There's a thing in the gym, isn't there, where you sit on a ball and you hold a heavy ball in your hand, you do rainbows. Do you ever do that? No. Magazine subscriptions. I can't hear you, Hannah. Lots of projects today. from our sister magazines. You can subscribe to them on the website. All you do is you go to the page there, you click on the one you want, the Simply Sewing, Today's Quilter, and we love Patchwork and Quilting. Not we love Patchwork, just love Patchwork and Quilting. Oh, look, there's a 72% still going on. Oh! You get the first 3 issues for £5. Jess works on Simply Sewing, don't you, most of the time? Yeah, thumbs up, she says, thumbs up. They're fantastic magazines. The adverts are in the breaks. We do have adverts in the breaks telling you about them all, but you get free gifts all the time. They're brilliant. And if you subscribe now via the website, you'll get 72% off. Right. Rotating cutting mat. There's only 3 left where you know of those. Oh, you can say, oh, no, you're not. Oh, yeah, go to 5. Go to 5. Now, just get Jess to turn it then. That's it. You see, they're about to be sold out, so Jess won't be getting hers today. £32.99. Oh! Lindsay. Oh, hang on. It's messaged in. John, I heard you mention you saw toe. Podiatrist. Oh, thank you. I'm seeing my podiatrist. Have a look. Well, they're all crazy, all podiatrists. What's that lady's name? Yeah. Lindsay, you're all crazy, aren't you, podiatrists? I see Dr. Abid Ali for the massaging of the trapped nerves, but I see Yvonne in Badsea. She does my actual, and I'm seeing her next week. So thank you, but thank you ever so much, Lindsay, for your offer. I don't know where you are, but I'll see you all in 3 minutes from now. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more. Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy-to-follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
Don't forget, shopping with us is easy and simple. You can just contact us at 0800 112 4433 and speak to our UK-based call centre to place an order, or shop online with us at www.sewingquarter.com. Tune in on Sunday the 13th of May when Jane Alcock shows us how to make a stunning quilt designed by Lynn Edwards, MBE. Jane demonstrates the ingenious technique used to achieve the sails of the curvy windmill block. Combining the windmills with equally clever curvy stars creates an undulating quilt pattern sure to impress. We've got convenient kits in 2 colourways. Choose from gentle blue and bold red, complete with step-by-step instructions. So join us for some clever curvy quilting, Sunday the 13th of May at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 687. Join us on Monday the 14th of May when the Sewing Bee's Claire Louise Hardy returns with 2 hours of elegant dressmaking. At 8 AM, Claire Louise will be sewing a pair of feminine tapered trousers. Made using stretch crepe fabric in versatile colours, they're a flattering addition to your wardrobe. Then at 10 AM, Claire Louise shows us how to make a stunning dress with attached cape. Made using exquisite silky satin fabrics in blue, lilac and pink colourways. It's an instant outfit for this summer's weddings and other special occasions. So tune in for 2 hours of classic dressmaking, Monday the 14th of May at 8 AM and 10 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 687. Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433. Email us at help@sewingquarter.com. Visit our Facebook page. follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter @SewingQuarter and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
I wish you could see what was going on over. It's like Laurel and Hardy hanging a quilt, I can't tell you. Wonky. Anyway, last time we did these, Rebecca Reed did these, last time we did these, sold out completely. Sold out completely, right? So we've been waiting for this fabric to come back. It's back in stock now. We're not going to do a demonstration, but Rebecca Reed made them on the 4th of April. That's right, wasn't it? 4th of the 4th. Fantastic demonstration of how to make these cat beds. Now, on the inside of this one, you'll see that there's a different fabric. We haven't done that because that's the one that was made for the magazine. We've got a different fabric than that on the inside, but it also brings the price in at a lower price for you. And then on this one here, it's got the right lining in this one. They are beautiful, aren't they? Really gorgeous. Squidgy, soft, and they're loved by cats, as I'll be proving later. Oh, do you want to see a photo now? There you go. Oh, there you go. Norman and Nellie. No, there was another picture of Norman entering another way, like walking into it. It was his bottom, and Hannah didn't like that picture. So that's Nellie on the left, looking a bit quizzical. That's Norman on the right, going, right, I've had enough of that now, thanks. I'd like to have some food. They're my two cats, by the way. My two cats, Burmese. They're 18 years old, and poor old Norman's not well at all at the moment. But anyway, 4th of April, watch the demonstration on YouTube. Fantastic. Now, let me just show you then. I've got 2 bundles to show you. I've got the cats in pink, first of all. Now, we don't sell this fabric by the ½ metre. How much do you get in it? 2 metre of each, yeah. So that's what you get. I'm coming over. Look, isn't it gorgeous? You get 1 metre of the pussycats on pink. Right, what we've done is we've put all of the fabric into the bundles. So you can't buy the fabric by the ½ metre, but it does mean we have more bundles, right? So you get 1 metre of that. You get 1 metre of the gorgeous blue to line it with. You get the thread, and you get the instructions. Now, the instructions, when you open the instructions, let me just show you, right? So, oops. They're, as per usual, Rebecca Reed's instructions, thorough instructions with all the photographs and the writing and everything. And then you get the templates, right? That's the ear template, right? Wait till you see this, right? That's the doorway template. And then that's the other side of the doorway template. So you just glue them together, stick them together. Oh, okay, so many people have put that in their basket today. What you do need to make this is you do need the interfacing as well, which I'll tell you about in a second. Karen has messaged it. She's already made it. Her first project on the Elna 680. Oh, 620, did you say? Sorry, 620. Oh, I thought there was more to the sentence. Okay. Gorgeous. That was her first project. So it shows, brilliant if it's your first project. Yes, and then I've also got it in the green. This is lovely as well. Yeah, oh no, Norman and Ellie were getting that together. I buy them 2 of everything, but I come down in the morning, they're always cuddled up in the same bed or the same basket or the same chair and things like that. The green one is more limited than the pink one. It's beautiful, gorgeous fabric, isn't it? It's premium cotton, this. It's Angles division of Art, feel the difference, art gallery fabrics, 100% premium cotton. It's lovely, isn't it? I would wash it before you do the project. Well, you're going to want to wash it once the cats have been in it, you want to wash it, don't you? £26? Was the other one 26? Anyway, you get the thread, you get the instructions, you get the fabric, 1 metre of that fabric, and 1 metre of the, oh yes, because this one's got, not got Macao Solid, it's got a, oh yes it has, Macao Solid, yeah. So it looked like a linen look. Anyway, £26, that one. Oh, okay. So somebody's made a mistake somewhere. Because anyway, you're getting that one at 99 pence cheaper than you should be. Anyway, you need some of this. You need some of this to make it. This is so easy to sew. This is Visorly, yeah, that's the make. Sew in foamed lightweight, that's what it is. Now, you need 2 of these. You do need 2 of these. It's not very interesting to look at, is it? Like, I'll show you. It's not very interesting to look at. It's sew in, but you do need 2 of them. But you'll have lots left over, because I seem to remember you need 1.40 meters to make it, and this is 1 meter. So you'll take 40 off the other one, so you'll have 60 centimeters. You'll have 60 centimeters left for bag making projects or anything like that you want to use it. It's £10.99 for one, so you'd need to buy 2 of those. Mandy's emailed into us. 4th of the 4th. 4th of April 2018 was the demonstration. Rebecca Reed herself came in and did the demonstration. Okay, the green one, there are fewer than 15 already, and the pink one is flying out as well, but we had more of the pink one to start with. Right, whilst I'm over here, I've got just one other cat thing. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's called John Sewing Inspiration. Cats and fish. And dogs, and I've got Christmas robins coming up later, but there you go. Isn't this lovely? Quilt as you go, and now obviously this is a quilt as you go to make a cat placemat to put their bowl on, their food bowl on. Let me show you. You can coat it once it's made. It's one of the easiest quilts as you goes, this, because literally you've just got stripes, look. Oh, that's got an iron-on one, isn't it? Fusible backside, yeah. Oh no, that's handed. That's what I'm just reading what it says on the packet. Fusible backside of interfacings to secure backing. So, anyway, what you do is you iron this to your backing fabric. So in this case, it was the blue. You iron it through. Oh, I'm having real issues today. I'm ever so sorry. Let's keep going. And then you just sew your strips of fabric on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, painted by numbers with fabric, and then you bind it. You only get 1 in the packet. This is what you get for your £10.99. That's what you get for your £10.99. Very, very popular. Lots of you have bought that. Lots of you have made that. Yeah, we had the dog one. We had a bone one as well for a dog. But dogs do eat fish. You can get tuna fish for dogs as well. Tuna fish food for dogs. Because I went, oh, dogs don't eat fish. Apparently they do. Oh, yeah, Sue said the cat bed would be perfect for a little dog, like a chihuahua or something like that. Would be brilliant. But sadly, I haven't got the pattern on its own on this one, I'm afraid. Let me just read on the front here. Ah. Rebecca Reed's cat bed tutorial, it says. Anyway, lovely. Rebecca Reed is the technical editor of. She Simply Sewn, or is she? Oh, she's been today. She was in yesterday, apparently. Oh, that means there'll be all chaos going on in the office. Right, that's everything on this side. Let's go to the other side. The actual cat. Oh, which. I don't know. Oh, now he's fallen over. This is Tilde. Now, you remember the Tilde fox? This is the Tilde cat from the Lemon Tree range. Oh, look, it's got a patch eye. So, this is how it comes. You don't get the stuffing with it. You don't get the stuffing with this. Whoops. Oh, now this one's stapled. This one's not been opened. Right, what you get in here, cotton fabrics, embroidery yarn instruction, wadding, not included. We also recommend using a sewing machine. Anyway, I'll open it. We'll have a look what's inside. Oh, yeah, hang on. Oh, now, just a bit of warning, right? When you open it, take the staple out completely, otherwise you'll scratch. Yeah, well, you cut your hand on it. Let's just be careful with that. No, it's not bleeding. What have you lost, Wayne, now? Oh, he's lost his phone now, he says. No. What have you lost? Oh, yeah, it is his phone. It's Wayne's floor managing day, helping out, because Chris has got the week off. Right, so if you have a look at this, all the instructions you need. All your pattern pieces. And then the more what you'll need is you'll need to trace those off, obviously. Don't cut them out from there, because obviously you won't have the pattern pieces on the other side. And then all your written instructions there as well. And all the fabrics you need. So, oh, there's some pink thread there. Oh, now, hang on. There's no buttons. Maybe you have to add that. Let me just check. No, it says you need a sewing machine, sewing thread, a chopstick for turning, paper for copying the patterns. Oh no, a big bull-headed pin for. I don't know if that's a make. A big black hobby paint and a big ball-headed pin. Anyway, lipstick or rouge and a dry brush. Sounds a bit like Hannah's makeup bag there. So anyway, these are the piece of fabric you get. That, oh look, sorry, that's obviously the face. Oh, now what was the name of the letter from what was the name of the lady from Zimbabwe, first of all? She's just justifying not justifying, saying how. Lorraine said how lovely it was to hear me talking about Ron Darvels, and she said it was the putsy fly, which lays its eggs in while it's washing, while it's wet, and ironing it kills off the eggs. Yes. Well, we didn't have any mango trees near me. It just ate off me, fed off me. I did get so many people during that film got tick bite fever, and they were hallucinating and everything. On the very last day of filming, I got bitten by a tick, and it's not nice. It's not nice at all. I just posted the cat mac on the Sewing Quarter fan page. I made it for my mum's 90th birthday. Oh, thanks, Penny. We'll have a look afterwards. And you can all go and have a look at it now if you go to the fan page on them. You can watch the show at the same time. Well, Hannah's worried you're all going to go off now and watch that instead of me. It's lovely fabric, isn't it? So let's work out where it all goes. It just won't sit up. The thing is, I love it, but it's like the fox. Its head's very heavy, isn't it, for the rest of its body? So it is a decorative one. So there's the fabric, and 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 the sea green fabric, and the tail. It's got the same tail as the monkey, isn't it, this one? I'm going to sit him up here. Oh. That's right. No. Oh! Right. Let me fold that away. How much is it? Oh, $26.99. That's good. Lots of fabric in there for $26.99. Lovely as a gift if you just give it in a bag. Hannah said she'd gift it. She wouldn't make it for them. She'd gift it. Make them make their own. But she's like that. No, I don't say you mean. She's mean where food's concerned, but she's eating healthily today. She's brought blueberries and edamame beans. That's all she's brought today. And I was like, oh, and a salad. Oh, so you won't be going for lunch then? She can go, but she can only watch. What's the pink? A week and a half till she goes on a holiday. Oh, that's for the nose. That's for the nose. You get that for the nose. You get the embroidery thread for the nose. Okay, right, we're moving on. Still on cats, though. My main inspiration, my sewing inspiration, is obviously cats. Which one should I do first? Oh, no. Every time we bring this to you, it sells out, don't we, this panel? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these we had. We love it, we love it, we love it. Look. Whether you're going to make cushions out of it, we had a quilt made out of it, didn't we? I don't know why I'm looking behind me. I knew it wasn't behind me. Yes, we had one, they supplied one. We first had this panel and we were like walking around the building, we know we've got it, couldn't find it anywhere. And then we got to Sewing for Pleasure and there it was hanging up as, yeah, we need that quilt back. Anyway, so you get all these, which you can cut and restitch together. You can use this as all sorts of things. You can do cushions, you can make a quilt out of it. It's beautiful Macawa fabric, lovely and solid, 60 centimetres wide. And we just pan down. You got the 4 cats at the top, the trees, the little cats there, the flowers, the nice house. The 5 friends there, then Hannah's house. And then look at this, I just keep going, look. Oh. And then at the bottom here, we've got the one with the present, the one with the friends, the one with the kipper, and the ones in love. $5.99. The boy one, I think, is the ochre one, isn't it? The pink one could, well, yeah, Norman's lilac. My Norman's lilac. Anyway, it's gorgeous, 100% cotton. If you have missed out in the past, please be careful, because there'll be a time when we say, can't bring it back, can't bring it back, can't bring it back. I've only got one other fabric from this range, though. I don't have all the quilt fabrics from this range, just one other fabric from this range. And that's this one. Now, I think this is a metre that I'm about to show you. Indeed it is. Oh, okay. I only have 4 metres totally in the whole company. So if you want this one, that's it. That's it. Won't be getting it again. That is it. 4 metres available today. Or full stop, 4 metres, full stop. It's $5.99 for half metre if you've not bought from us before. This is called Kitty Scatter on Green. It's cute, isn't it? Pink and green looks lovely together, doesn't it? But I've only got 4 metres, and that is it. And when that's gone, it's gone. We will not be getting it again. Okay? I'll go back and revisit all these, because I've got lots to show you during the show. Not everyone's a cat person. I've got one more cat fabric. Oh, yes, I've got one more cat fabric, and then we'll move on to something else. Why? Look at this one. This isn't a Macawa solid. This is a Fryett's multi-cool cats. This is 100% cotton, 220 GSM, and it's about, I'd say it's 59 wide or something like that. Oh, I haven't got the tape measures have all gone. Wayne, there's one in my drawer if you want to get my actual personal one. Which one looks like me? Why? None of them. Oh! I think they're brilliant, aren't they? I think that one's me with the round. Oh, no, that's more Wayne, that one with the round glass, isn't it? Where's mine in my drawer? No, that's not mine. Yeah, get me mine. I'll use that one as well. The blue one, no, the blue one's not me. Maybe the blue spotty one. I don't wear glasses all the time. It's 56 inches wide. 56 inches wide, selvage to selvage. Isn't it lovely? Oh, hang on, what's up in there? They're cute little cats, aren't they? Thank you, Wayne. Oh, be careful. Oh, there's only one ginger one. Oh, the mic's not there. No, it has to be this one. We could put some, where's my, I haven't got the coloured pens today. Could just draw a bit of ginger hair on and a bit of a ginger beard. It's a bit bouffant again today. He's coming in today. Yes, 1 o'clock, he's got a meeting. Isn't it lovely? Aren't they gorgeous? That's what he's in for. $5.99. Right, it's multi-cool cats, this one. That one. That one? Yeah, that one's like Mike with glasses on. Oh, that one's like Mike with glasses on. Ginger Mike, that is. And I'll tell you which one looks like Little Mike on camera. This one here. This is Little Mike on cameras. Yeah, doesn't it? Hannah's not on. Oh, well, Hannah's sort of this one. But no, there's something else coming up later that looks more like Hannah. Not in this show. Is that 11 o'clock show that one's in? That's Hannah, though, there. That's what I imagine Hannah's mum to look like. Shazza. And then that'll be our friend Elaine next door. Or is Elaine that way? I've never met Elaine. And so Elaine's this one, then. Oh, get better soon, Lorraine. Elaine. Oh, they're getting all carried away now. Who's... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not cool, that's why I'm not there. I thought you decided that was me anyway. Right, so, do what? That's the cat fabrics done. Now, in the same range, the 100% cotton range, I've got more. I've got foxes and I've got hares. Should we do foxes first? Oh, no, that's not a fox. We'll do hares first. Yes, that's a cat, but I was thinking we'd done the fox today, because they used to have a Tilde fox, didn't they? This is duck egg hares. This is a metre, obviously. We like this, because actually the hares are very Tilde-esque, aren't they? 100% cotton, 56 inches wide. I like this one. This is like cow parsley, isn't it? Or yardley. Is it called yardley? Oh, yes, I sometimes drive through there when I don't go via your house. They're hares, aren't they? Oh, they've called it jump rabbits. It's way too long. The ears are too big for a rabbit, aren't they? Oh, there's mushrooms there, look. Didn't see those little mushrooms. And then a twig. That looks like off an olive tree, doesn't it, that one? Have you indeed, in your vast garden? I nearly bought you something for your garden this weekend. No, I've not had a weekend off, have I, for the last 2 days? No, it wasn't to know. It was something that was going to grow. And then I thought, oh, the garden will be so full, there won't be any room for that. 5 minutes then. Oh, which wall are you going to put it on? What, the Hollywood fence? Do you know what you should do? You should get a Virginia creeper. Basically, at the end of Hannah's lane, when she moved in, the fence had broken down and people using it as a shortcut through to the shops. So Hannah's dad came round to fix it, and he's done it, and it looks a bit like, you know, the back of the Hollywood sign with the hinges and the wooden holding it up. If you grew Virginia creeper, that'd be gorgeous. It grew the whole width, and then it'd be all greenery down that side and red. I might buy you a Virginia creeper then. Oh, she got all quiet on me. No, you can't tell it where to go, but you can train it. Oh, didn't you say there were some messages from the last hour that were supposed to come through this hour? Okay, that's the duck egg. But I've also got the hares in grey, or the jumping rabbits in grey. Come on, John. We all know it's you that's making the royal wedding dress. No, no, it's not me. It's not me. That's £100,000, apparently. There was a leak. Now, I don't know if it was fake news or if it was real news, but if it is the real wedding dress, I hope they change it. I didn't like it very much. Yeah, the funny... Anyway. Right, silver jump rabbits, $5.99 half metre, 100% cotton, 56 inches wide. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, it's kind of got a canvassy feel to it, this one. Lamp, you could use it as a thick lampshade. You could use it as outdoor cushions. Grey, lovely, isn't it? Classy. Was it already there when you moved in? Hannah's got grey in her house, so she said that makes her classy. What were you doing here today? What, that post that I could have got for you for nothing? Right, silver jump rabbits, $5.99. But not that then, not that. What are you having framed then? Oh. $5.99 for half a metre. Let's move on, because I've got foxes to do now. You're getting like Jay. Jay's got his football shirts in his frames and everything, isn't he? Right, now I've got two different coloured foxes. I've got two different coloured foxes. Teal first. We wouldn't know because we've not been invited, have we, Mike? Here we go. Foxes. Oh, yeah. We're doing what? $5.99 for half a metre. Teal foxy. They're nice, aren't they? Looks like the Tilde fox, doesn't it, this one? He is a curious fox, this one. But he's the same, apart from being different colours. Yeah, well, they look like on one of those escalators at So Sushi. That's what it is. They're going round, you can pick the one you want. That's So Sushi, yes, that's food, not foxes, Hannah. I haven't been because I can't bear the smell of fish, but... No. Yeah, if fish is fresh, they say it doesn't smell, but how come the fish counter in Tesco's always stinks as you get around that bit? Oh, not just Tesco, other supermarkets. But you can smell the fish, can't you, as you go around? Like this, because you get your orange, your green, your ochre, your grey, your blue. Draft excluder, winter, Hannah's thinking of winter already. $5.99. You don't need half a metre. For which door? $5.99 this. Multi-foxy. Multi-foxy. That's lovely, isn't it? Right, okay. Now, let me just go back to the pussycat one with glasses, because I've got a picture to show you. From Joe. Oh, now, this is nice. Now, is that one of our bundles, or did you do it yourself? That's cute, isn't it? The cool cats with the spot on in green there. Oh, that's this fabric. Loads of colour. Well, she's matched it with, obviously, the green stripy face, hasn't she? Hannah would go pink. I think I'd go kind of biscuit or orangey ginger. Mike's going blue. Oh, that's just because he hasn't breathed for a while. Loads, you're checking that one out. Loads and loads and loads, you're checking that one out. Congratulations. Right, now, am I doing that first or that first? Right, I've got brand new. Well, one's brand new, one you've seen before. I'm but thinking. So we'll do this one first. We'll do this one first. Now, this is cotton poplin, this one. The weight of this is cotton Oh, I love it. I love the black background on this, don't you? It's that, oh, now, is it really a beagle? Barber beagle on oh, it's navy. Now, in real life, oh, now, please be careful, because I've only got 10 metres currently of this. I'm not sure if we can get it back in again or not. No, I wouldn't make a bag with it. You'd line a bag with it, but I wouldn't... Oh, no, the thing is you can make the outside of the bag with it, but then you'd have to use your Decaville or your iron-on... It is dark navy. Very, very, very dark navy. I love it, though. Wouldn't a shirt be made as that? Be lovely, wouldn't it? So these are Barber Beagles on navy in the poplin. That lovely, lovely weight. They look quite big, don't they? Beagle. Oh, I know. Yes, a friend of mine's got a beagle, and it is quite big. It's got little legs, though. Yeah. That's lovely. £4.99 for half a metre, that. Anna, they can't reply. So half a metre. This is what you get for your half a metre. That feels like a width as well, a good width as well. It is. Oh no, that's a 44. It felt wide, didn't it? My arms are shrinking, aren't they? I think that's what it is. I do like that. Look at them. Woof. Now, is that baby one like a puppy, or is it in the distance? I think it's in the distance. Okay. Now I've got a brand new one coming up next you're going to love. You are, excuse me, you are going to love this next fabric. It is so cute. Now, this is a Rose and Hubble fabric. Again, it's the cotton. Oh, no. No, obviously, this is a metre that I'm showing you here. I love it. It's got so many different makes of dog on there. Or breed. Or flavour. Chihuahua. Which one? What? Name as many as you can. That's not a Chihuahua, is it? That's a Schnauzer. Oh, the poodle that way. Oh, what Thai? Thai's got that one. Dalmatian, £3.99 for half a metre, £3.99 for half a metre. Oh, look, is that a really sad Chihuahua? Oh. Is that a bulldog? Dalmatian. That's the Schnauzer. So what's that one there? The bearded something that'll be. What's that then? That's not the same as that one. Oh, it is. What, that one there. That Lassie is that one. This one here, what's that famous design brand, clothing design brand that always used to have that like logo on it? Not Husky. Husky above Lassie. So where's Lassie there? Oh, yes. Is that a Husky? It's got the Husky eyes, isn't it? It's got the eyes right on that one. What's that one there then? A piglet. It's a bulldog, pug-esque. We're not very good at dogs, are we? I love this fabric. Oh, French bulldog, that's what I meant to say, Ellen. John, stop making me laugh and trying to do some quilting. Love the doggy fabric. Lots of love from Wendy. Yeah, Wendy, go on. Wendy. Wendy. Get on with your quilting, Wendy. Get on with your quilting. They were so busy looking at all the dogs on here. They couldn't, they didn't see me wanting to talk to you. What? What, a French bulldog? That's that one, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. No, it's not. French bulldogs, isn't the one that Cherry's got? Where's the French bulldog then? That one. Yeah, a bit like Arthur. I had to text Cherry yesterday because Cherry's brother, Toby, was on telly yesterday, and where they work, there's a makeup artist, and I said, Cherry, has Toby had a row with the makeup artist? And she's like, why? And she said, she's made him up as a clown. And he had. You know that 80s when you won't remember, but if you look at fashion mags, right? And then the 80s had really severe, bright red lines going up their face like they've rouge. She'd done that to him, and he had bright red lipstick on and everything. He looked all right. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. £3.99 for half a metre, this. There's lots of sirens going on today, aren't there, outside? Something happening. Hayley said on her way, and there was 6, not Hayley, Harriet said there were 6 police cars chasing a car around the roundabout this morning. We were here, we were all here. Oh, it could have been you, Ginger Mike. These are gorgeous, aren't they? I love these. How big are the squares? Someone said, oh, they look about 1 inch. I'll just tell you now. Oh no, 1.25 They're 1.25 1.25 Isn't the white one an English bulldog? Jan from Cornwall said the white one like a dog in Oliver. Don't remember a dog in Oliver. Oh, Luna's not happy. There are no whippets. Oh, Teresa, I'll have a word with the designer. I love it. I've got loads to get on with, but I'm too busy looking at this. I'm sorry, I should really get on, but I love this. They all look like they're all having their pitch taken. They've all put a serious face on, don't they? This one. Oh. Well, that one's smiling as well. Look, that one there. That one looks a bit like Hannah, doesn't she? That's got Hannah's hair. You have to send it in, Hannah. You're already there. Hannah says she's got a brilliant picture of her with a poodle. She's going to send it in for you. Okay. So now they were poplins. They were poplins. Now, not Mary poplins, no. Now I've got like a canvas. Oh, I'm sorry. I've made a mistake. I said all the cat fabrics are gone. There's a cat fabric coming up in a minute, but we're going to do Dalmatians first. 101 of them, I think, here. Oh, this is nice. Now, this is by a different company. It's a different make, this one. This is Chatham & Glyn. This is 80% cotton, 20% polyester, this one. They're all here. Where are the dogs, she said. This is 54 inches wide. Dalmatian sitting down, Dalmatian standing up, Dalmatian standing to attention, Dalmatian barking. Dalmatian waiting for his dinner. Oh. I like the way they put spots on the background as well. Linen look it is. Linen look. It's 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Dalmatian. The one sitting, this one here. Looks a bit serious, doesn't he? Oh. They've got, this one's got no spots on his tail. Do they not have spots on their tails? Oh, he has. Anyway, $4.99 for half a metre. What are you going to make out of this then? Dog bed? $4.99. Or you can make, shopper bag if you like Dalmatian. Make a shopper bag out of it. You can make one of those wall hanging organiser things to put all his food and his brush and everything like that. I'm saying it's a he. I don't know if it's a he or a she. Why? Okay, I've got a picture of you to see. You have to guess which is Hannah, which is the poodle. The dog's going, please let me go. Please let me go. Where is it, Hannah? How long ago was it? I was getting more than a couple of years ago. Look, there's... So that's Hannah, if you don't know Hannah. That's Hannah. Producer Hannah. She's the one with the gingery coloured hair on that picture, not the white hair. How big are the Dalmatians, Mandy wants to know. Let's have a quick look. Right, okay. So, look, Mandy. They're about 2.5 inches across, the fully width, that one, and 2.25 inches tall. But they're all slightly different. But I'd say 2.5, roughly 2.5. Where's the City Down one? Yeah, 2.5, I'd say. 2.5 inches. Nice, isn't it? Okay, need to move on, look. Oh, Alison's got a nice story. Is it coming up here? Right, okay, my first job from school was at Rose and Hubble. Oh, where she met her husband, and they've been married for 25 years. And she's feeling nostalgic seeing that fabric. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, dachshunds, sausage dogs. But the one that looks a bit very stretched out. That one. He's leaping. Look, that one, isn't he? Or flying. 80% cotton, 20% polyester, $4.99 for half a metre, remember. It's lovely, isn't it? I don't know what else you'd use. What could you use it for, do you think? Wall organiser, that's a good idea. Cushions, cushion backing. So, bean bag for the summer, or bean bag for a kiddie's bedroom. My friend Dulcie's always wanted a dachshund. Hannah wants one as well. Who? Oh, Laura in the office. Oh, she'll be married with one before you. She's just come back from a fabulous holiday, Laura. Made us all pig sick by putting pictures on Instagram every day. Oh, here we are in this 5-star hotel having breakfast. Here we are by the pool in this 5-star hotel. Not bitter at all. I'm not. $4.99 for half a metre, this. It's lovely, isn't it? Let me hold it up, look. Oh, Annette. Morning, John. I missed the description of the foxy fabric. Could I make a shopping bag with it? Foxy fabric, I'll get that out for you. Should I get the teal or should I get the multi out? Find them both. Yes, you could make a nice shopper out of this. It's got a lovely weight to it. It's 100% cotton. They're as popular as each other. So this one is the Foxy Multi, I presume they're called. It's not like the heaviest canvas you've ever felt, but it would make a lovely shopper. Oh, blimey, I've better get a move on. $5.99. That's the multi, and then this one here is the teal one. They're as popular as each other. Oh, they're as popular as each other. There's the teal one. Oh, yes, an iPad case or a phone case would be lovely. Or a little glasses case. Okay. Right, now I've still got 2 more of these to do. I've got the pussycats that have snuck in. And randomly, some Christmas robins, but we'll do that in a minute. The cats are here. These look like, well, when Norman was well, this is the same silhouette as Norman had. Again, this is 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Cat silhouette. It's linen look. It's not linen at all, and it's called Kitty. Oh, I think they're all the same, aren't they? They're just walking. If you look at it sideways, it looks like a tree. Maybe it's just me. No, look there. So that's the root, that's the trunk, and they're the branches. I've confused Hannah completely now. Not difficult. Okay, nice. $4.99. Half a metre, be lovely. Making a gift to somebody who likes cats, maybe. Or there's nothing better than self-gifting, is there? Lovely. Now I'm saying Christmas robin. I've got robins in my garden already. And did you know that the lady robins, this isn't me being sexist. Oh, in fact, I think these are mostly lady robins on here. They're slightly more voluptuous than the male robins. It's gorgeous, though. Really lovely. Oh, I mean, look. It could be if you've got cushions made out of, we had horses and we had rabbits and we had all that sort of thing. Just country life, country, kind of country casual sort of thing. Or you could make it into Christmas if you wanted to. But robins are around all the time, aren't they? Not just here at Christmas. Linen look, robin print. Your favourites are budgies. But robins are a very close second. Oh, robins are a favourite garden bird. Don't try putting them in the budgie's cage, though, will you? $4.99 for half a metre. It's lovely, isn't it? 80% cotton, 20% polyester. They're such cute. Oh, has it been on before? Oh, right, okay. When did we have it before then? Okay, I don't recognise it, I have to say. But apparently hundreds of meters of this is sold and there's only 15 meters left now in the company. Hopefully we'll order it again, but I can't, who can say? Who can say? It's cute, isn't it? Loads. Now, please be careful. If putting it in your basket does not guarantee it's yours, remember. So if you do want it, not adding any undue pressure, but please, please, please check out if you definitely want it. Right. Well, the thing is, I think people who do sewing always think ahead, don't they? So, I mean, I've seen on the fan page, a lot of people have done a couple of Christmas projects. Some are still making them from last year and just finished them. Other people are saying they're making them now, so they're all ready for Christmas coming up. And I know it's only May, but even so. Right, now this pile here, I'll show you them all, So these are all gorgeous cotton canvases. Really, really beautiful cotton canvases, whether you're making a bag, whether you're making children's dungarees, whether you're making trousers, whether you're making something like that. They're beautiful. So these are like our core product solids, aren't they, these? So, cotton canvas, beautiful. Grey, dark grey, is it? Right, okay. I won't need to open them. Oh, well, I'll open the first one out so you see the width. This is, oh. Now, you know, somebody normally writes the item code. These are our samples. You'll never get these. Someone's embroidered this one. Is it cute? Yeah, it is, look. You won't get that one. Who's done that? Oh, anyway. So this is it. 100% cotton. Cotton canvas in grey. Feels like a 60-inch wide. I'll just measure it for you. Oh, yeah, 60 inches. 60 inches, just says there. So that machine washable, 100% cotton, 60 inches wide, 150 centimetres. Like I said, good for bags, but also brilliant for little for children's play clothes and things like that. Sturdy little shorts or something, or dungarees for the summer. Obviously, it's brilliant. That's great. 365, half a metre. Annette, not random, John. I've been making Christmas stockings for some reason. Have made some made Foxy selection. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Annette. Right, next. White. I won't hold this up too long at the camera because the camera won't like it. £3.65 for half a metre. It's got a lovely weave to it, this one. No, okay. Then I've got orange. That's a lovely, bright, vibrant summer colour, isn't it? These would be nice. I need to make new, I need to get a new garden table because it's a glass top table. I've noticed the wickerwork underneath it's all rotted away. Yes. So I need to get myself, but I need to make new cushions as well. That'd be a lovely colour, wouldn't it, for a garden cushion? Did it not come with cushions then? Next one. Cream. Is it cream? Is it called cream or natural? We'll soon see. Ecru. It's a pale ecru, this one. Hannah's mum bought Hannah for her birthday. Her birthday's not for months yet. A garden, patio furniture set. Cafe, is it Cafe Society, that kind of one? Is it round? A wooden. Oh, I envisaged it being metal and mosaic. Anyway, she's supposed to be making cushions to go with it. Yeah, what colour are the walls around it? Brick coloured. Now I've got pale grey. Where you can sit, two walls are brick walls. One wall is Hannah's back wall, and the other wall is somebody next door's bathroom and kitchen. So that's the light grey. That one's the light grey there. Okay. No, I'd put blinds up so you couldn't stare in. Here we go. Now this one, is this teal, this one's called. £3.65 for half a metre. It's lovely, isn't it? That's a gorgeous colour, that one. I know, I think, but could she not make one of each? How many cushions do you need? 4 or 2? Oh, 2. I was going to say, could she not make one out of each colour? No, most of your plants hopefully are green. Oh. Why is that? Oh, she's only picked purple flowers to come out. Does that mean they'll all come out at the same time and then all die at the same time? No, I don't mean die, but in the summer, they'll only flower for so long, won't they? V65. Mine, this last week, my front garden is like completely and utterly, it must have been the heat and then a bit of rain, because they've absolutely, everything's grown so much. And the weeds are really, really playing havoc at the moment. Pale green, this is a nice colour. Yeah, but you've got to think about your friends and the red wine in the back, or your friend, because if there's only 2 chairs. Have you got a park bench or something in there as well for the other friends? Okay, one person has to sit on the doorstep. And the kitchen's still, you're painting such a glamorous picture, Hannah. Oh, to be young and broke. Anyway, outside. She's got a yucca plant outside. That'll be dead by October. A yucca plant in the garden. Blimey. £3. Well, it is, where you live is quite tropical, isn't it? Near the sea. I like that colour. The red's nice, isn't it? Bright red colour. That'll be too much for your little garden, yeah. No, this is the one I think, this next one is one I think you should have. Because it's yellow, but it's a kind of golden. That'd be nice, Hannah. Oh, no, she doesn't agree with me. Maybe you could do the robin. Oh, you want it ruched with like a Suffolk puff with a big button in the middle. Oh, a bit uncomfortable to sit on. And piping. Oh, your poor mum. £3.65. Remind me afterwards, I've got a really good idea. Okay? So, they're all my cotton canvases. Now, all of them, if I've gone too fast, all of them are listed. If you look on the web, all of them are listed beneath the way you watch on the screen. So you can order them from there if I've gone a bit too fast. Or like Hannah, you couldn't make up your mind which colour you wanted. Okay? Oh, cat bed bundles. Yeah. Do it with slides, shall we? Is that all right? Okay, so the first cat bed bundle, which is the pink. So you get 1 metre of the cat head fabric, 1 metre of the blue, the instructions and the thread, £26.99. You do need to buy, oh, what? At this moment in time, at 9:54 on Thursday morning, there are only how many left? 14 left. 14 left. Now that's a sew-in foamed lightweight fabric you need. Now you need 2 of those, only because you need 1 metre 40 to make it. So you will have a lot left over, but that's £10.99 a metre. And then the green one. 4th of April, the demo was on. 4th of April was the demo that Rebecca Reed came in and did it. And then the green one. There's the green bundle. You get 1 metre of the green cats, 1 metre of the green inside, and then the pattern and the thread. £26. £26. Oh, single figures on the green one. Single figures on the green one. And then, oh, look, there's it finished. £26. Okay, right, which fabric do I need to... The which one? The dog icons. Over half of the stock. Rose and Hubble, half the stock's gone already. It's brand new today. Brand spanking new today. That's 1 metre that I'm showing you there, obviously. £3.99. It's a poplin. Cotton poplin, machine washable. Lovely, isn't it? We love this. Oh no, robins are sold out. Sandra says, could I make the cotton canvas into a jacket? Sandra, you could, but what kind of jacket are you thinking of making out of it? It would make a lovely lightweight blazer, like an unstructured blazer with no lining in it. It would look lovely like that because it would fall really nicely. But I don't think it would be good for a formal jacket. Don't think it would look very nice as a formal jacket, but a lovely unstructured jacket it would look nice in. Okay, the cat, excuse me, the cat scatter on green. Remember the one I showed you went with the panel? That's very, very limited now. Down to 3 meters of this one now. And that's it, that's all we've got of that. So if you want this one, just 3 meters. Oh, excuse me. The Cool Cat's Fryette fabric. I'll just move that one out. Wow, 3/4 of the stock of that one's gone already. Like, not just in baskets, but checked out. 3/4 of the stock of that one has gone. That one you're looking at there, not the one I'm folding. There you go. Oh yeah, Sandra, that'll work really nicely for a very unstructured, like blazer sort of thing, but not a formal jacket. But it would look lovely, kind of. And then as it wore in, it would be like it'd be lovely. What colour would you go for though? The teal's lovely, and the pale green is nice for a jacket. Sausage dogs, a lot of that's been checked out as well. Right, there's lots of stock of it, but we can say that all the time, can't we? But then who knows? This is the sausage dogs before I go. Remember, Jess is up next. Oh, now we're doing a kind of kitchenware extravaganza. There's oven gloves, there's a tea cozy, there's all sorts of things in the pattern. And we've got three bundles, 3 different bundles. Watermelon, cactus, and flamingos. Can't go wrong, can you? We will see you back here in 3 minutes from now.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love. Join us on Friday the 11th of May when Jo Carter is back with not 1, but 2 irresistible projects. At 8 AM, Jo will be showing us how to make the Preppy the Whale quilt by Elizabeth Hartman. This delightful pattern features a pod of vibrant whales, and we have a choice of 2 kits, each in bold, beautiful colourways. Then at 10 AM, we welcome the newest addition to the Sewing Quarter family, Jo's adorable puppy design. With floppy ears, a cute tail and stylish collar, you won't be able to resist giving a home to one of our kits. So tune in for Creatures Great and Small with Jo Carter, Friday the 11th of May at 8 AM and 10 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 687.
So we're going to show you how to do a backstitch. Now a backstitch is a great one to use when you haven't got a sewing machine available, but you need to repair or fix a garment. And the backstitch is a really strong stitch to do that with. First of all, you need to start with the wrong side of the fabric first. I'm just going to place my needle through to bring it through to the front. And then you're going to go backwards. So I'm going to do quite big stitches here so you can see what I'm doing. So that's the first stitch. Now this time you're going to come and bring your needle through, but the same distance as your stitch. And then you're going to go into the first hole that you came out and then go back through to the back. And then I'm going to come all the way over again, the same distance, and then through again, and just keep repeating that process. So this is my final stitch now. So as you can see, there's my row of back stitches, and if I just turn that over for a second, you can see that it's almost as if it's double stitched along the back. So you can see it's a really secure stitch to do when you haven't got a sewing machine to hand.
Tune in on Sunday the 13th of May when Jane Alcock shows us how to make a stunning quilt designed by Lynn Edwards, MBE. Jane demonstrates the ingenious technique used to achieve the sails of the curvy windmill block. Combining the windmills with equally clever curvy stars creates an undulating quilt pattern sure to impress. We've got convenient kits in 2 colorways. Choose from gentle blue and bold red, complete with step-by-step instructions. So join us for some clever curvy quilting, Sunday the 13th of May at 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 687.
Oh, look. I was just going to get something out of the oven and you caught me. Look, aren't these cute, these little oven gloves? Aren't they fabulous? So Jess has made these. So we've got that one. And then now she's inspired by Rihanna. Did you see the Met Ball part? The Met Ball? Rihanna's outfit was like that, wasn't it? Yes, because it was all like that. Have a look at the pictures. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a party last week, or this week, at the Metropolitan in New York. Madonna was there, she sang, and apparently she was incredible. And the Met Ball is known for outrageous, really, really, really outrageous frocks. And they must have spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on their clothes. It was incredible. But Rihanna wore this incredible, it was all to do with a religious theme and things like that. But Hannah had no idea. When we came in this morning, I did that in prep. Hannah was like, "What are you doing, John? Don't understand what you're talking about." Anyway, and then we've also got this one here, which is gorgeous. Shall I just go through it? Well, let me show you the pattern first. So I'm waffling a bit, aren't I? I've got to be careful because that one's got Wendy's teapot in it and I mustn't knock that one off the counter. Right, have a look at the pattern to start with, right? It's called Kitchen Makes. Again, it's by Rebecca Reed. Oh, she's been featured very heavily today, hasn't she? But in here, you've got the oven gloves. You've got, now the tea coat, where's the tea cozy on that picture? It's not even there, is it? It's not even in that picture, isn't it? So there's the pot holders there. There's tea towels there. What else is there? Oven gloves. Oh, there it is, there it is. There's the tea cozy. There's the oven gloves. There's more. Is that an apron? Apron. Oh, yeah, there's the apron. Oh, and a carrier bag holder. Blimey, there's loads in this. So, and then you get all the templates that you need and everything in there, measurements and everything. That pattern comes in the bundle. So right now, I'll start with the flamingo bundle. Now, there's only the choice of 2 colours in the flamingo bundle. They're all different. All the bundles are different. So what you get here is you get 2.5 meters of fabric. So I'm presuming you get 1.5 of the flamingo and 1.5 of that one, sorry, and 1 of this. 1.5. No, hang on, Hannah, go on. So exactly as I was telling you, please ignore producer Hannah. This is 1.5 meters of flamingo fabric. So you get 1.5 meters of flamingo and 1 meter of raspberry spot on. You get the instructions, which are very thorough, and the thread. You're going to use those for so many different projects, aren't you? Hannah likes these. You see these pot holders hanging up at the top here on the Hannah loves those. Anyway, and then, oh, she's got a story about when she was a nanny in Amsterdam. That's do another day. And then the thread, £34.99. We don't need to, but Hannah will know. It's a story of denial. What's the next one? Cactus next, that's this one. This is the one that Jess has made for, well, she's made 2 for us. Look, isn't this lovely? So there, now, obviously you mustn't use, oh no, the flowers are on that side anyway. The flowers are on the decorative side there. So this is the side you use to pick up your pots. And there's your tea cozy. Now in this one, what you get is you get felt to make the flowers with. 2 squares of felt, you get the thread, you get the instructions. And then in this one, you get 1.5 meters of the bijou and 1 meter of the dark green macawa. Right, now, in the instructions, it doesn't tell you how to make the flowers, but I'm sure Jess could just describe quickly when we go over there. Oh, she's got one ready to show you afterwards. She's got one ready to show you. So that's that one. And then the watermelon one. Now, again, in the pattern, it doesn't tell you how to make the watermelons, but we can talk you through that later on in the demonstration. Because in this one, you get embroidery thread, you get normal sewing thread, and you get 3 fabrics and the instructions. So you still get 2.5 meters. Oh. 2.5 meters of fabric. I'm just waiting for Hannah to feed me how much you get of each fabric. She goes, oh, they're lovely, aren't they? Them fabrics are lovely. 1 meter of the bijou, 1/2 meter of optical white, and 1 meter of the grass. Thank you very much indeed. That's all right. Oh dear, you all right? Like as in a drink of water, or a coffee, or a gin? Or all 3. Right, $29.99, that one. Right. Oh, what's now? Why is this still here? I'll just move this.
What is it?
It's the cat from hours ago.
Oh, I did like that cat.
Wayne, honestly.
I like the fact it
Just
comes in a
liked
bag.
it, but it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Right now, so there's so much in here.
But I've done a lot of prep.
To make, but no, as in, not so much to
there's
get through,
loads.
but you get so many projects
Yeah,
in
now I've
one
got
pattern.
this one. So let's look at this is the posh one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I love this one because it's got loads of bits in it. Pot holders and all this stuff. If you're just moving house, or you know someone who's moving house, it's a really nice little prezi set.
Or
to make for them.
having your kitchen redecorated or something.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember, I think I chatted on the Sewing Quarter fan page about whether people use tea cozies, and some did, some didn't. I do.
Yes.
So I love the fact that you've actually got lots of. I love that. Is it a watermelon?
Yes.
I love that one, and I did have fun with my cacti. I love that cacti.
I don't drink tea anyway, but when there's just one of you, you don't need tea.
Oh, but it's really nice to actually do it, though.
Oh, no, it
feels
looks gorgeous on the
lovely.
table.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah, exactly,
really pretty on the
exactly.
table. And those cacti flowers, when Ria in the office said, just make some cacti flowers. So, of course, we have felt, and I just did my little template. So I'll leave that here in case anyone wants it.
So give me the cactus thingy first of all. Oh, no, that's not the cactus. Just show me the cactus thing. We'll do the cactus flowers first up.
Brilliant. So this was...
very quickly.
So this is very, very quickly. I just used the two bits of felt, just chose which one I was going to do. I decided to mix and match. So I just did a little template of what I thought would be a cacti flower. So I'll leave this here in case anyone does it.
That doesn't come in your pattern, but
no,
you
this
can
is just my
draw that
little drawing. It's got loads of sort of brown around it because, of course, I use my marker pen. Do that on the reverse side of the felt. Doesn't matter because the water comes out anyway. And then just a little circle to cover the corners, clipped corners, and then I just sewed just held them together and then just went around twice with the same colour thread as this, and then you just got this all fluffy up.
Which is gorgeous. Now we do need to just say on the oven gloves, make sure you put them on the side that you're not picking the pot out of the oven with.
And if you do have an oven which has got obviously flames above or something, just make sure you don't, get it anywhere near naked flame, because we don't know if it's going to go on fire, but best not to.
No, but it's best to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I just thought they look kind of pretty on there anyway, and they look lovely on the tea. I haven't seen a tea cozy cactus before, and cacti
No, exactly.
are everywhere.
So this is the still of those two.
Oh, that's my shot. I did that.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did that at home.
And then I've got to talk about this one yet.
I love
very
this
quickly.
one.
Oh, there's the bundle for that one. The 2 pieces of felt, the 2 fabrics, the instructions, and the thread. And the watermelon one. Now, the watermelon one was made by somebody else. So this is literally just a watermelon. I'm presuming that's just been appliqued on afterwards. But they've been very clever because they've done the binding. They've changed the binding around that bit as well. But it's up to you, you can do it. But again, that pattern isn't in the pattern. And then they've used the embroidery thread here to do like a little link stitch there to create the watermelon pips.
That is really cool, I love that.
There you go, there's the still there. Okay, right, so what are we doing, what are you doing today?
So I am doing the oven gloves. I know we've done oven gloves before, but we haven't done long ones before.
Okay.
So we've got those. If the idea of doing long ones doesn't really appeal to you, you could easily make that slightly longer, make little ones, 2-pair ones.
Yes.
With these particular ones, and I'm using the flamingo fabric as well.
Okay.
So, in the instructions, we'll go with the posher ones rather than my ones, which are slightly battered.
You keep taking, well, you take those and I'll put these up here then.
Okay, cool. So I'll just open this up. So we'll go back to, and they've got all the templates are in the back.
Yeah.
And they're all full size. I know that the irritation we feel when they're not full size, so it's good that we do, and that's the tea cozy one.
Yeah.
So that's that there. So I would photocopy them if I were you, or trace them, and then you've got.
Then you don't ruin your
Yeah,
pattern.
I love keeping my pattern on nice.
But also, there's a lot of people. We said what do people do with their patterns? A lot of people file them, keep them in see-through. So it'd be nice to keep this as whole, and then every time you need something, photocopy it off or something.
Just photocopy it off, and then of course you can mark your copy, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you have your instructions of what you actually need to cut out. You cut out 2 long bits in your flamingo fabric. You have got enough. How many?
You get a metre of the pink and a metre and a half of the flamingo.
Okay. But bearing
You
in
must
mind,
have loads left over.
I have loads left over because just for the actual this particular one, I mean for the watermelon, keep thinking watermelon, cacti.
That's the cactus.
Yeah, I've put it in the actual leftover fabric in the office. You get loads and loads left over, and of course.
Oh, you've left that one then?
Yeah, I've left that one.
There you go, Hannah.
Where's
Some
the
of that
other
for you,
one?
the bijou for you next door.
So this is what I have left just for doing my oven gloves. So there's loads. So you have.
But by the time you've done a tea cozy and a pot holder or something like that.
And of course, you may decide that you want to keep your spot for because I love this spot. It's a lovely colour.
Yeah.
This is for lining. You may decide you actually want to use something cheapy of your own stash instead. So if you're not going to see it, I always prefer to use something which is like plain and just cheapy of my own stuff and keep this for best. But I do think it's really nice. It's a really nice contrast with the flamingos. It works really well. So what it actually tells you to do is to cut from, you cut your main piece.
Yeah.
And then you have your 2 oven gloves on top.
Yeah.
So you end up cutting 2 long pieces of fabric for your actual oven glove length.
Right.
Which I think are 20 by 100.
Right.
So you have 2 of those, which for this particular one are both from flamingo. Because
So they're a metre. It's a metre long, is it?
no, it's slightly longer because you actually cut that length and then you actually cut it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have the for each oven glove you have your flamingo, which is going to be on that bit, and then you have your lining underneath, which I've actually.
Oh,
done from
okay.
the
So
spot.
you've done it different things on different sides. So you've got flamingo on one side and the pink spot on the other.
And then the binding is actually strips cut from this spot.
Right.
What I would say is with these particular instructions, they've actually cut designed binding to be on the straight.
Right.
But we're going around curves.
Right.
So I've actually made straight across the actual sort of edge of the oven glove, which I think you've just seen in the strip here. That bit there. That's actually cut on. I did get that cut on the straight.
Yeah.
But I made bias cut on the bias.
Yes.
On that. And I've actually attached it in different ways as well, so I'll talk through
Oh,
those
okay,
ones.
brilliant.
First of all, once you cut out your pieces of fabric...
Okay, I'm listening to you, I'm listening.
That's right, so you have 2 pieces of fabric for each oven glove, so 4 pieces of fabric for oven gloves, which I think are 25 by 20.
Yeah.
And then you have your 2 long pieces. So you start off by doing your... oven glove bits. Well, let's just work on the particular long bit. The long bit is actually 100 by 20, and you have... Imagine this is the long bit here. That'll be all the way across there. So I'll actually make this look like this. Hang on a sec. So imagine...
I'm here.
You're here. Now...
Yeah, it's fine.
So imagine, I've actually already got the prep, so I'll just imagine it. Imagine that's your strip like that.
Yeah.
Then you have oven glove at one end, and then you have the corresponding bit at that end. So you draw.
So you need to draw 2 of those.
Yeah, but make sure they're not twisty unless you like to have twisty arms.
Oh yes.
So and also because your flamingos, I decided to have my flamingos going this way as opposed to that way.
Right.
Yeah. So you would have your long bit of fabric like this. Because I've got it prepped, so I can't show it yet.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And then you draw around with your razor pen, draw around here and draw your line across.
Because this includes seam allowance, yeah?
Includes seam allowance, all in. I love it when it includes seam allowance. I hate having seam allowance on top. So you draw it around here, and then you measure 46 centimetres all the way along here, from that point to this point.
Right, okay.
And then you do that way.
Without twisting
so
it.
that 46 centimetres is enough to actually be able to pick up a pot.
But if you want it longer, you could do longer.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing this for, you know, a guy, for example, and he's quite a big, long arm reach, this is designed sort of average sort of length. So you might decide you want it longer, you might decide you want it shorter, it depends what you actually want. So once you do that for the top bit, you don't do that for both bits because you're going to create your sandwich.
Right.
So once you've actually done that, you put those to one side, those pieces, and you also cut your wadding as well. What they actually...
Oh, right.
Yeah. Now then, we want to talk about wadding now.
I've got Insul-Bright.
Insul-Bright, love Insul-Bright.
Now,
there we are.
It comes off the roll now. It used to come in a we used to cut it for you. Now, you can buy it by the ½ metre. But don't worry, everybody that buys it by the ½ metre also get... Now, I don't know if yours will be coloured in, because the last time I had this, it was in black and white. But you also get all of this, all about Insul-Bright, all about... Insul-Bright is a wadding that can either absorb heat or it can absorb cold as well. So if you're making a picnic bag, you can put this inside it, and ice blocks inside it, and it'll keep your food cool and everything like that. Or you can put it inside oven gloves, you can put it inside tea cozies, you can put it inside pot holders and things like that. And it absorbs the heat from... It tells you all everything on here. What's Hannah saying? Heat resistant, apparently, not heat proof, she's saying. You can machine it as well. Yep. You can wash it. It can be washed. Machine wash, warm, tumble dry, use warm iron if needed. So all of that is completely, it's all written on here, so you're all covered and everything like that. It also says you can use it for sleeping bags, waterbed covers, quilts, comforters, mattress covers, vests, skis apparel, slippers, hats, fireplace covers, pet door covers, all sorts of hot pads, not pants, oven mitts, tea cozies, casserole covers, lunch bag, placemats. Table runner. You know at Christmas when you have the table runner, you put all the hot tureens on the table, or in my house you put the saucepans on the table. You can doesn't mark your table. It's got like a silvery metal.
It has. Can you see
it?
It's got sort of like a. I like the idea of doing hot pants in Insul-Bright. That'd be hilarious.
Okay, it's 22 inches wide. I'm not sure if you can see.
You can hear it.
You can hear it. You can't.
Crunchy.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You see the sheen in there. Now, so if you buy ½ metre, obviously you'll get ½ metre. If you buy 2 units, a metre for £7, you will get 2 ½ metres joined together. You'll get a metre long, 22 inches wide. And now everybody who's checked out so far has multi-bought. Everybody, it always sells out. Do you know what? This was the very, very first item to sell out on Sewing Quarter right at the very beginning. Like we thought, oh, well, nobody will be watching, nobody watching. And within a week, this was our first item that sold out.
I can't find that in Bath. And Bath has got loads of fabric shops, so it's a tricky thing. Just so you know, for the oven gloves, you need 100 by 40 for that. And of course, you can see what sort of size you actually need for your, but I would get, it's the sort of thing I would get loads of because you always use it.
It's like your wadding, isn't it?
It's a standard, if you're doing a gift for someone, it's a standard gift doing little hot pans or something like little hot pads, really, really nice thing to do because it's the sort of thing you have to go and buy.
Yes.
So if you make it for someone, it's lovely.
Brilliant.
So I'd recommend Insul-Bright. Anyway.
But also, didn't you also say in prep this morning, if you want to also put a layer of
cotton wadding in, because that will
as well as
that's like if you don't need to, but if you wanted to, it gives it an extra sort of security because the cotton will absorb anything wet.
Yes.
So you won't actually get anything on you because the Insul-Bright will protect your hand from anything nasty, heat or cold. But the cotton will also absorb anything so you don't.
But it needs to be cotton, doesn't it? Not polyester.
Cotton, don't use polyester. Use cotton.
Hard,
yeah.
I'm just wondering what this is made of. You can't put this in the microwave, by the way. Don't ever put this in the microwave.
No, because of course it's got metal in it.
Got metal in it. Okay. Right.
So it's brilliant. So you cut your long piece. Now, in the actual instructions, it tells you to actually cut around the outside of your glove once you've actually drawn it all, and then quilt. I never do. I draw my outline, and then I do my quilting, and then I cut.
Okay.
I prefer to do it that way. That's I think that's a quilting sort of method.
Is that the stage we're at now?
Yeah, we're just talking about that particular one. But so once you've actually cut your long bits, you put that to one side and you start with your oven gloves. Oven gloves, you do exactly the same. If you've actually got a directional print, you might want to think about lining them up, which I have done. I'll show you in a minute. So you actually just to sort of draw around your particular oven glove. You can see I've got these weird lines here.
I was going to say, what's those lines
Those are when I was working out where I wanted the lines to be quilted.
Oh, okay. So, they're not the legs of the flamingo.
No, it's not. So this is why we just sort of think, do you want this, and I just sort of played around that it's just my own marks. So I've actually ended up doing the pencil ones.
You see, I'd cross-hatch for some. Is it
you
the
could.
ones you buy in shops? Are they cross-hatched?
I think some of them are. Some are just
my ones
lines.
I've got are cross-hatched at home.
So I'll just show you very quickly how it's.
So this is just a single oven glove you're showing.
Single oven glove, and this is just how because I've got it all prepped, so we can show it in a sec. Just going around here. This is also, I love this, the actual flamingo fabric. You can actually just think about if you want to do fussy cutting it. I think the flamingos are just gorgeous. So you've actually got your oven glove outline there. You would then draw your quilting lines. Bearing in mind your actual lines, they need to line up. If you look in the actual picture, and they talk about it here. You can see on this particular one, because you quilt them obviously separately and then you join them up, try and make sure that your quilting lines line up, which is why I've got marks on here, so that I know that they're going to line up. So I know that just a little line there and a little line there and there and there. And when I do them straight...
When you do the longer one.
Yeah, I'll know that I've got that exactly the same. So you would actually draw them all the way across from here. Nice and straight. I always draw on before I quilt. I prefer that way. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just set your machine and just sort of quilt every 3 centimetres. Yeah. I prefer it because especially when you quilt, it sort of pulls it a little bit as well, so you might not get it even.
When you get your 680...
I was actually in the office
You won't need to because you get a little bit that sticks out and you can echo your lines.
Oh, I have it here because I've just been threading it. So I've been reading the manual and I've been playing with it. And so I now know how to thread it, change the bobbin, all that sort of stuff. I've changed it to a walking foot because it comes with a walking foot.
Yeah.
I have
blimey, it's not a sewing mate, it's a 680.
I love it. 680. I love this one.
Joe got one and Lucy got one. Christine says, hello, Jess and John. Hello. Jess, can you just explain the quilting sandwich again? I just came in from work and I missed it.
So you have in fact, I've got one here prepared. Your quilting sandwich is going to be your backing fabric, your wadding. We haven't used Insul-Bright here, we've just used ordinary.
You'll just use ordinary wadding,
yes, demo.
You put your Insul-Bright or your wadding
Insul-Bright. I wouldn't use polyester in this.
OK, right, quick question then.
Go on.
Where would you put the Insul-Bright if you're going to put Insul-Bright and wadding?
Insul-Bright goes against the heat, and the wadding will go against your hand. So Insul-Bright, because you're trying to... So if you've got imagine your... Grab these ones, actually. So you've got your oven gloves. The heat needs to be...
So the Insul-Bright needs to be on this
where the
side,
heat is, yeah. So, and when you actually... And also, so you think it needs to be against this, it'll be against the not lining, the sort of outer bit.
Yes.
But on the oven glove, you want the Insul-Bright to be on the outer bit.
Right.
So you would end up with your cotton here and there. Yeah. Because that's against your hand. So the Insul-Bright goes against the heat.
OK, perfect.
So just think in your head, if you've got an outer, just think it needs, whereas if you're not too sure, just sort of like hold it against something, you think, oh, yeah, that needs to be there. Okay. Once you've done it once, it's in your head, so put that to one side. OK, so quilt sandwich. So I've already quilted the main part of the glove, so this is one of the gloves here. I've actually, as you can see, basted it, got my lines drawn on, like that. That's all right. And I have used the basting spray. You can, in the instructions, Bex has talked about tacking to baste, or you could pin it, whatever you actually prefer. I like using basting spray. I would say because these are oven gloves going against the heat, when you've actually done this, bung it in the wash straight away to get rid of any chemical spell if you are using a basting spray, because of course it's going directly against heat. Sometimes with quilts, it's done and you use basting spray. With this one, definitely wash it afterwards.
Breathe.
I talk too much.
No, not too much, but just going very, very quickly.
Sorry,
you do what I do, and you think, oh, I've got so much to do, I've got to cram it all in, but you're all right.
So here we have a quilting sandwich. So I'm just going to quilt this now. Because I have my walking foot on, it won't shift.
Right.
If you don't have a walking foot, just make sure you have a little bit of extra on the outside, which is why I don't trim mine down.
Fine.
I trim afterwards.
Yes.
Because you will get creep if you haven't got a walking foot. Make sure your stitch length is around about a 3, and then you're just going to quilt down all these lines like this.
Yes.
And then I quilt a little, I suppose not quilting, it's stitch, about a couple millimetres on the inside of this cutting outline, just because then I've got the shape held.
Right, hang on. So inside the seam allowance?
Because this is your cutting. Your seam allowance is about, you're making bias, which is cut to 4.5, which then goes down to about 1 and a bit, 1 and a tiny millimetre.
Yeah.
So it needs to be on the inside of that.
Right.
So as long as you're within a centimetre, so I tend to make it about 2 or 3 mil.
Just literally.
Just to hold it.
Yeah.
It doesn't say to do the instructions, it's just what I prefer to do, because then it makes it...
But if you don't do that, you can just put tacking stitch through.
Yeah, whatever you actually prefer. Yeah. So I'm just going to quilt those lines now, and then we'll go around, and then I'll cut it out.
OK. Do you know what would be brilliant on this? And I know we haven't got it on today's show, but I know somebody else said it recently. The tool, the kind of micro stitch tool. No, micro stitch tool to hold all 3 layers together.
Oh, is that the gun thing?
Yes, it's just a tool, micro stitch tool. It's called. Yeah.
Oh, because I've seen that a couple of times, and the only thing I was wondering is, doesn't it shoot through a table or something? You know, when you sort of press it.
No, you hold. No,
You
no,
hold
no.
it, because I wasn't too sure. I thought, oh, that looks an interesting piece of kit. How's it work?
Well, I'll get Wayne to get one out. You have a practice before you go home.
Now, this machine, I've been playing with this machine. It's got the automatic cutter. I am very excited about this machine. I can't help it. I love kit like this. On the Sewing Quarter, you get to play with things like this.
Yes. So basically, you get 4 buttons down the front of the thing. You can get a reverse button, an automatic thread cut button. You can't see them there. They're those 4 there.
I'm going to press it. Look, you ready?
Yeah. And
And it even lifts the needle up if you're feeling look, see? It's brilliant. I'm really excited about this machine. I was scared of this machine. I still am a bit nervous because it's very, very posh.
I did when I did my dressmaking show. I made all my toiles using that machine. It almost sewed them together for me. It was just, it felt so...
I love that show, by the way, John. I know you've had
you.
lots of views about that. I love that one.
Thank you.
You can tell you're really passionate about your topic.
Oh, I haven't got Reva's message. That's why I haven't read it. Morning, John and Jess.
Morning.
I use teapot and tea cozies used every day, and when she's on her own. Reva, I'll come round.
Oh, hang on, press the button.
No, it's bleeping because you pressed your foot down before it was ready to go.
Oh.
You'll be fine now. There you go. What'd you say, Soga? All the more reason to use it. Yeah, the thing is, you see, I suppose I don't drink tea. So that's why I wouldn't have one. But also, I don't think I'd drink 2 because then by the time I set off for work, I'd need to stop for a comfort break halfway here.
So if you don't drink tea, do you drink coffee?
Say that again.
If you don't drink tea, do you drink coffee?
On a very rare occasion, I'll have a coffee. I can't. When you drive, there's about 2. Well, it's not a village, but there's a bit where you drive through just before you get to Hannah's, and there's a building. There's a busy roundabout.
Yeah.
And the building on the corner has been for sale for about. How long were we at the other studios for? 2 years. So 3.5 years has been up sale.
Really?
And it's just sold. And they've knocked it down. It's going to be a Starbucks. And I'm thinking it might be a drive-through Starbucks. So now I'm hoping is it's a 24-hour. It's a 24-hour, and then I'll be able to stop off and get Hannah and I a drink on our way in.
Oh, I feel really sad they knocked a building down to build a Starbucks.
The building
was hideous?
The ugliest municipal.
Really?
Not a nice, not an attractive. And also, it had been empty for years and years and years and years. There wouldn't have been anything gorgeous inside worth saving. There wouldn't have been any nice fireplaces or.
Oh, that's the first thing that goes to your head is fireplace, isn't it?
Yeah, or there wouldn't have been any cornicing or coving. It would have been. It looked like a late 60s.
Like Grange
municipal
Hill.
building.
That's what's always in my hill.
Yes, like the red brick that a school's made out of, like that. Anyway, not that I ever watched Grange Hill, but.
You must have watched it once.
No, I'm much older than everybody here.
You don't look it, John. You don't look it.
Thank you. Ginger Michael says hated Grange Hill.
Really?
And Hannah says she was too young. When did it come off?
That's just irritating.
Mind you, what's his name was in it, wasn't he? Oh, no, he's not in EastEnders anymore.
He played
Todd Carty.
Todd Carty,
and then he was
that's
in the ice skating thing, so he was
Oh,
doing...
he was, wasn't he? What's he doing now, I wonder?
I don't know.
Maybe he's watching us.
No, he did something... he was doing something in South Africa. Anyway, keep going.
So, of course, around this, I've just got to say, this particular one's got a really nice turning mechanism.
Yeah.
It's not clunky.
Also, when you come to learn it more, it's got an Elna exclusive. It's got a pivot, so it can sew a perfect circle for you.
Oh, yeah. You see, in the office saying, go on, Jess, you know you want one. It's like, I want one, but I also want loads of diamonds and, you know, a holiday in the sun.
Well, no, you buy the sewing machine and he buys the diamonds.
That's true, he does. Well, hasn't
Or
for a
should.
while. Should. Has in the past.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Has the flame gone out then?
No,
No more
do
diamonds.
you know, we've been married 13 years this year.
That's nothing.
Really? I suppose. Right, okay, so I'm just cutting around on the actual line. So this is fascinating, Teddy, I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cutting out on the line.
Cutting out in the air as well.
Oh, cut out at an angle so you can see me cutting out on the line. This doesn't have to be too exact, but as long as you're close to the line, bearing in mind this is going to be where your bias is actually attached.
Yeah. I'm going to let you carry on cutting that out.
Okay, I won't do
that,
anything
and
else.
I'm going to go and do bundles and I'll be
Okay.
back. Oh, Christine says, John, you read my mind again. See, it's me and my psychic powers. Right. They do say I have got the gift, but I can't hear anything. I don't know. Oh, no. I can only hear Hannah. That's the only voice in my head, so that's no good to you, is it? Anyway, Where would you like to go? The what? Flamingos. Oh, dear. Oh. Ow. Right, okay, there's fewer than how many? 10. Of the flamingo bundle, there's fewer than 10, I'm afraid. You get 1.5 meters of flamingos. You get 1 meter of the raspberry spot on. You get the thread and you get the instructions. There's the still, £34.99. Going across the bottom is the Insul-Bright, which you buy by the ½ meter now, so you can. So you need did you say 1 meter you'd need for these?
Yes.
So you need 1 meter for these, but obviously buy a bit more for your stock if you want, for your stash if you want to. Cactus is this one. I had to think then. So this one, you get 1.5 meters of your bijou. You get 1 meter of your dark green. You get the instructions, and you get 2 sheets of felt, and you get the thread. £29.99. And then last but not least, the watermelon. Oh, there's the finished thing then. Watermelon. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Wasn't that watermelons? Wasn't that? Anyway. You get 0.5 meter in this one of the optical white. You get 1 meter of the bijou and 1 meter of the green. You get the embroidery thread, you get the thread, and you get the instructions. Now, in the instructions, it doesn't tell you how to do the flowers, and it doesn't tell you how to do the watermelon pattern, but I think you can work that one out for yourself. And the Insul-Bright's going across the bottom there. Okay, so we've cut out around the line.
Cut it around the line. And I have also stitched along here just to hold it,
yes,
so you can see your actual shape. So then you attach your bias along
straight,
here.
No, that's the straight binding.
Yeah, it's straight binding. So this actually tells you to cut to 4.5 centimetres, fold into the middle and press, or fold and then fold in again, and you've got your bias strip.
No, it's not bias. It's
bias.
a straight strip.
Straight strip. See,
yes.
in my head I always call it bias, although it's not bias binding, yeah.
We'll do that when we do the bias binding in a minute,
Okay, cool. So that's cut on the straight. And then in the original instructions, so I've done it like this. The original instructions say to actually cut your strip, sew it with 1 centimetre over there, turn it over, and tuck in your last centimetre like that.
Oh, no,
yeah,
too
so
much hassle.
I prefer, this is my method, I prefer to make my strip and then sandwich it.
Okay, so
and then just sew like that.
Okay, well, I do it slightly differently to you.
Ooh,
so
go on, how would you do it?
You would make it and just sandwich that in there and do 1 line of top stitching straight through both layers there.
Yes.
What I would do is, like you would do if you bought a normal bias binding, is I would put that on there, stitch along that crease there, and then fold it over, and you still end up with the same as you, but then you stitch in the ditch along there to catch the one underneath.
Ah, very nice.
That's the only difference I do. That's only because I was trained differently. But
well, the way I do it is, when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, okay, if I was going to make this as a sort of prezi for someone, because on the original tea cozy, I actually did that particular one, and then I stitched it as well, and it sometimes wouldn't go particularly neat, so then I ended up hand whipping it. Yeah, hand whipping at the back. Yeah. But I actually really like the way of just doing it like this, and just going in one big go. As long as you actually the same length, and you can make sure that they actually do line up. Yeah. So you can use pins, or we have wonder clips as well. I know we've got some here, and I've got my own, which I brought with me, just in case I didn't have any. So that's your ones.
Yeah,
I love the neon. I like using wonder clips as opposed to pins, because it just, for something like this, I think it just holds it better. Yeah. You don't get that sort of, not buckle, what's the word where it sort of goes a bit creasy or something when you use pins, isn't it? So.
Dimpled.
Dimpled, that's a good word. I like that word. Thank you. Love wonder clips. I never used to use them before I was doing quilting, and then as soon as I started doing quilting and fat sandwiches of stuff, it's brilliant. I think that's probably enough.
Okay, now, I've just been told they're out of stock, the wonder clips, but they will be back in. We have them all the time. Harriet will be sorting it out for us now.
So I'm just going to hold that like that, and then I'm just going to stitch a couple of millimetres in on the outside, and I'll trim that bit off.
And you obviously take your clips out as you go along.
Yeah, because of course with a pin it's a lot smoother, but obviously with this it'll be a bit clunkier. So just lower that down. I'll just go along and hopefully it'll catch them outside. Yeah, because the clips need to come out. I'll make sure I don't put them in my pot, because they're very nice.
Yes, thank you.
I do like this machine. It has to, I'll just chuck it on the floor and then I'll nick the whole packet. Are you driving in flip-flops then?
No. I can wear shoes when I'm driving. Basically, I was telling you about my toe earlier. So I put a big plaster on it and I put my shoes on to drive in because it's up like that. But if I'm standing on it like that, it just rubs on my shoe. It's nearly better. I'll be back into shoes very soon.
So there you go, much quicker.
Also, you're not insured if you're driving flip-flops anyway. If you have an accident, you're not insured.
Yeah, are you supposed to not allowed to drive bare feet either, are you?
No, you don't drive bare feet.
No,
anyway, let's move on.
Never drive bare feet. But I knew someone who was pulled over in France for driving bare feet. How do they know? Anyway, guessed. So there we go, just stitched there and stitched on there. Nice and neat. Very, very quick way of doing it.
Brilliant.
So yes, when we're talking about Insul-Bright, your Insul-Bright would be on this side.
Yes.
And that'd be your wadding.
Yeah.
Your cotton wadding, not polyester. So I've done
so you
one
make
of those.
two of those.
Make two of those. There we are.
Roughly.
So you have your matching pair. If you suddenly get here and they're both that direction, you go,
Yes,
okay.
you're stuffed.
You're stuffed. Well, then you've got another one you've got to spare.
Well, no. What you do is you just do that one like you do it like the one way and one the other, and then you just say, well, that's what I chose to do as the design feature. Anyway, so where's your big bit now?
The big bit is here. So what I'll just say is, if you want, you've got my big bit, which we'll do in a sec, but you could decide if you wanted to, just do one. You've got one there. What I also thought would be quite cool, if you could actually just do a frill and do like a frill around there, would be really cool. Frilly oven glove. I think that's just pretty. Look at his face. He's not impressed.
You'd need to put a hanging loop on them as well if you did just a single one.
You would, that's true. There's no hanging loop on this.
No, because that fits over the bar on the cooker anyway.
Oh, of course it does. I was wondering why there's no hanging loop.
But this one has a hanging loop because you need to hang it somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. So you have your bits like this.
Yeah.
And then you have you would do, as we talked about earlier, make your quilt sandwich and you quilt this particular one. On this particular quilt, this is where we had the original lines I talked about when we did the outside the oven glove. This is where these line up.
So I'll just show, this is exactly the same technique as this. So you've got your sandwich, there's no bagging out, so you literally make your sandwich as you make the sandwich. You've stitched around just inside the seam allowance and you've just done your lines of stitching, which are the same lines that you marked on that paper pattern from earlier. Yeah. Okay.
So in theory, hopefully they'll line up. So let's just see. Yes, my mingos are lining up. Because I cut this so that I would actually, you didn't have to, but just because I wanted to. So I've cut mine so the pattern continues.
Yeah, but the pattern continues, but also your line of stitching continues as well.
So just bear in mind, when you do cut out your second oven glove, make sure that the actual print, if you're going to do it directional, is turned the other way around, because otherwise it'll be facing that way.
But I'm also thinking, you see...
Oh, that's pretty.
You see, that's quite pretty as well. The flamingos are inside and the spotty's on the outside.
I love the spot. Because you might also decide that you only want to see a bit of flamingo and you have the spot on the long bit as well. Yeah. And you save it because, of course, flamingo is a very nice print, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it is. Lorraine's just said you need those oven gloves to match your flamingo shirt. I do, but I wouldn't be cooking in my flamingo shirt.
Wouldn't you?
It's exactly that fabric.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have bought it today.
I know, but I didn't know we had flamingos today.
That would have been so weird wearing that, especially, you know what, you could have looked like Rihanna if we'd actually made the
That's what I said. That's what I say. She knows what I'm talking about. See?
Oh, I love all that stuff. I'm obsessed with it.
Just Google net ball in New York this week and you'll see what we're talking about.
I wasn't sure what Amal was wearing though, trousers.
Oh, that didn't work. Mrs. George Clooney's outfit did not, in my opinion, did not work.
Should have been the full-on dress.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now we've got these bits, you're almost done. You just need to attach your bias, which on the original instructions talks about doing long strips, cut on the straight, but I've done mine cut on the bias, and there was enough fabric. I worked it out around about, I think I cut 40 by about 30 and then just cut my bias strip. You want to talk about your...
No, I was just saying, because I would automatically... Rebecca Reed in the pattern has done a straight binding, which obviously works because she made hers with the straight binding, but I would, because you've got a curved mitten and the bit going round the thumb as well, it's all curved, I would automatically wear a bias binding. This is the 25mm bias binding, 25mm being an inch. So what you need to cut is you need to cut just shy of 2 inches, which is the 4.5 centimetres, on the bias. That's on the straight, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cut on the straight. It's just shy of, that's just 5 and a bit. But I can cut a little strip if you want.
Oh, no, it's fine, because I'm just going to show you so all you do is you feed your fabric. It's better to have a pointy end, but you feed your fabric into the bias binding maker like this. If you cut a bias binding, the end of this will be on
it'll be a point.
On a point. Let me just do that quickly. Then I can get it in better. right? So if you cut the bias binding, that'll be on a point. And then you just literally feed your fabric in here. It's not going to go now. Feed your fabric into here. If it gets stuck, you just get a little pin and pull it through like this.
Oh, clever.
Right, and then what you do is, here it comes.
Oh, hence the point.
It comes through this end, you see, and then what you do is you do it on your ironing board. That one's just tipped around a bit too much, though. This is the reason this has done this, I think the strip's a bit wide.
Yeah.
But you literally pull it through like that, and you press it as you go, and you're making your own bias binding. So you just make the length, you can join it all together and you can just make and then it becomes, when you pull it out, then you fold it in half again, it becomes like your bias binding like that.
Like that?
It's brilliant. And what you do
So
is...
it comes out like that and you press it?
Yeah, so it comes out of the machine like that. It's not a machine, the gadget like that. And then you press it in half and you've made your own bias binding. But this is brilliant because you hold this end, so you're away from the heat of the iron. You put the iron on it here, and then you pull like this and you just follow along with your iron.
Oh, it's much easier.
I've got finger guards in my last hour. You could wear those in that one. They're Teflon finger guards.
I need to get some of those in my next order, actually.
Blimey.
I know, there's so many things you guys do, which I had. There's another one you had and I thought was brilliant. I can't remember what it was. It's in my head. I need to write that down because I need to do an order. So, yeah, because otherwise you do what I did. You make your long strip and then you're there with the iron pressing and burning your fingers and to be really tender. So I've made my massively long strip, which is probably too long, but we'll see.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You then...
Well, yeah, because in the other projects, if you're making the tea cosy, you'll need bias binding in the tea cosy.
Yes, you would. And that's just
Looks
a small
a little bit
bit.
wider.
It is. It was cut wider.
But then there's other places you can use your bias binding in the kit. Oh,
Yeah.
well, when you're doing your hanging loop, if you're going to make a
hanging
hanging
loop,
loop.
wherever you actually want. So what you do is, I'll just use mine, is you just, I don't think it tells you in the instructions, but I just stay stitch these two together and sandwich them together before I attach the binding.
Right.
Now, and the original, so I'll do it in a sec, but I'll just talk about the binding. The original binding was done the way we originally talked about, where you have it like this and you fold it over and over. I found a little bit fiddly going around these particular corner bits. So I made my strip and then I wonder clipped it. So I'll just show you very quickly, because I found that much easier. Once these are sort of held together with a stay stitch, so you've got a nice fat sandwich, and you can see because you actually have got another bits of stitching in it, you've made it thinner, which is easier to handle rather than a great big fat piece of fabric. Is I then clipped, I start about there, and these have actually just done these on the straight. I haven't done these on the cuts on these particular bits. I've
but the
joined them
actual
straight.
is bias tape.
This actually is bias tape. I've just well, that one you can see I've done it on the angle.
Yeah.
But I just cut it here because it was.
It's where you join. I don't think you'll see it at home. It's just where they're joined together.
There you go. Open it up.
Yeah.
Joined together like that. So as you can see, because this has been ironed so many times, it's gone a little bit. I reached a stage where my hands were getting too hot because I don't have those silicone things. And I don't have one of those. Right. Okay. So what I do once this is all stitched in place to hold it is what I found was the easier way was to actually just go all the way around like this and using wonder clips hold it in place. Nice wonder clips and go all the way in there because I found it was much easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
And then clip it all in and then just sew it and take it. If you need to come off machine, sort of do a little bit of a back tack and then come off and rejig it if you actually need to. But because this is cut on the bias, it's much easier going around a curve. It holds the shape much better versus doing it on the straight where it'll go a little bit bunchy and you'll end up sort of pulling it slightly. So I'll just stay stitch those on and then I'll attach the bias. And then you're actually done with your lovely oven gloves. And they're actually, once you've actually done it, it feels a really nice make to do.
Well, I think that's good with all the projects in this pattern. They're all achievable.
Yeah.
They're all achievable in an afternoon, and you can do lots of them, so you get lots of sense of satisfaction.
It's really nice for gifts if you've got sort of fairs and things coming up, because there's sort of you go to shops and you can see oven gloves and pot holders and things. But if you've got something which is a little bit quirky, and these are really quirky and they really stand out, so it's quite fun summer makes. I was thinking, you talk about the fact we tend to think of oven gloves and pot holders for hot things, for cold things as well. It's really nice for handling things like that. I like the idea of it for barbecues as well. It's got a nice outdoor sort of picnicky kind of feel. Yes, there we are.
Yes, the other night when I was must have been at the end of last week when the hot weather was about.
Oh,
I'd gone to bed and I had my windows open, and my next door neighbour set up a barbecue, which is fine, but their barbecue's normally at the end of the garden, so you just get to whiff it. But they decided to wheel it up to next to the house. So I was lying in bed, and all this, like, I'm vegetarian though. All the smell of cooking my bedroom was full of that.
Oh, that must have been horrible
Well, I
for
had
you.
to blow through. I got into bed, I opened all the windows and all the doors upstairs, so I had to blow through upstairs. What's the matter, Hannah? She switched me off, I can't hear her. No, I've never had many blow-throughs. That was the first one. I was asleep during that one.
Oh, I can't believe they had the barbecue, though, at that time.
Well, no, it was only about 9 o'clock, wasn't it? It was, it was bank
o'clock?
It was bank holiday weekend.
Yeah, but 9 o'clock is a bit... Mind you, barbecues are weird, aren't they? I've been so many people say, oh, come around at 5 and you don't actually eat until about 7 because it takes them that long to get the barbecue going.
Oh, no, you're all right.
Ready.
You're right. No, do it again. You're too fast for the machine, that's what it is. It's just saying to you. If you get bored, you can switch that beeper noise off.
Why?
There's a button to switch the beeper noise off.
Why would you actually need the beeper, though?
No, because it tells you when the other problem's happening. So if you're trying to do something, not just that one there, but if you've got the wrong foot on, or if you've got the wrong foot plate in, or something like that, it beeps at you to tell you there's something wrong.
It's got so many options, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I want to have a go at the blanket stitch. That's the one which gets me.
Oh yeah, no, it's got about 6 blanket stitches, doesn't it?
6?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got to have a go at this, haven't I?
And you know, there's a brilliant button on here. See that C button there?
Yeah.
You just want it to go back right back to its normal setting. Just cancels everything, takes you back to the normal setting.
I love that. Also, because I use a walking foot at home, obviously, and it's really fiddly with the little screw. The one at home, it's an Elno as well, but it's a much smaller screw. This one's because it's longer. It was so much quicker to change.
I think they've listened to. I'm going to sneeze, I think. Thank you. Right, very quickly, while Jess is saying that, a lot of you are asking about the Insul-Bright. Oh, blimey. Today, 200 units have gone already.
Wow.
Checked out already. I'll just explain what it is. It's like a wadding that has a metallic layer through it. So it's heat resistant and cold resistant, but it's not proof, heat proof or cold proof. Brilliant to put into oven gloves and things like that. Pot holders, very good for table runners when you're going to put hot pans down. Or if you're making a picnic bag and you want to put in those ice boxes, you know, the things you keep in your freezer and you put them in the bag and it keeps your food chilled. It does the same for that as well. We used to sell it in the packet, and this is what you get, the piece this big. Now we sell it by the ½ metre. This is the width, it's 22 inches wide, but you can buy it by the ½ metre. As Jess said, if you're going to make projects with it, just buy lots of it and have it in your stash rather than thinking, oh, and because we sell out of it and then we have to wait for it to come back in, then we sell out of it and we have to wait for it to come back in. If you've already got it in your stash, then it's £3.49 for ½ metre. It's a fantastic price. And as Jess said, all the dress shops or the fabric shops in Bath, nobody's got it. No. And you get this, you'll get this with it, which is all about how you can use it, because you can wash it, you can iron it, you can tumble dry it. Obviously, don't put it anywhere near your microwave, inside your microwave. But just brilliant like that.
It is fab. Yeah, it's the sort of thing, it's just the sort of thing like we do iron cleaner as well. I don't have that, and I spend ages wiping the bit of, you know, I need to get iron cleaner. All this sort of stuff, which is kit, you think, oh, is it a bit of frippery? It really isn't. You will use it.
Well, it's weird you call it kit, because obviously when I was on films, that was all part of the kit. So if we were travelling in the world, you knew you had to have all these different things. Not Insul-Bright so much because we're making costumes, but iron cleaner and all the stuff you need for your kit. You've got it all there all the time.
What was your favourite movie?
To make?
Yeah.
4 Weddings and a Funeral. Only because I did it as in between 2 big films. They paid us hardly any amount of money because nobody would sponsor it, because it was Richard Curtis's first film.
Was it?
Nobody put money in towards it. So we all worked for like much less than our wages. The reason I did it was because I went to Shepperton Studios. They said, well, just quickly read through the script. And I sat in the room next to the production office, like laughing out loud at it. I thought it was brilliant.
Funny,
and I thought, I've just
it?
got to do this. And so kind of did it. And then what happened was the producers, Duncan Kenworthy and all the producers and everything, were fantastic because they knew that everybody had worked for much less. We filmed it in 6 weeks. It was a very, very short.
6 weeks?
Yeah, it was
That's
really short.
quick.
It's hard work. But they then were totally loyal to us, which doesn't happen very often in the film industry.
Yeah.
And when they came to do Notting Hill, they offered everybody that had been on 4 weddings.
Amazing.
And the same for Love Actually. It was the same team. So they tried to keep the same team together. And they treated us really, really, really well.
That is amazing. Yeah. It is one of my favourite movies.
It was hard. It was really, really hard work because we had no money on the budget or anything. So.
Doesn't it show?
No.
Wasn't it filmed in part of it in Richard Curtis's house, or was that
the front
that was
door?
Notting
No,
Hill?
no, Notting Hill. The blue door was
Yeah.
Richard Curtis's house. Yeah. But behind it wasn't a house.
Really?
The front door was Richard Curtis, but the actual behind that blue front door, when you opened the door, it went into a courtyard, and it was a converted church that they lived in. But it wasn't that house that they walk into from. You know, it's not the Hugh Grant house. But
the one where they
so they used the outside of the door of the real McCoy, but
Yeah.
the inside was in the studios at Shepperton.
Clever. It's very of its time, that movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's sort of my youth, I suppose, in a way.
Youth.
Youth, when I were young. Many years
Wasn't
ago.
it 1994 we made it?
I would have been 24 then. Now you know how old I am.
Anyway, Yvonne says, John, I have the bias binding maker and they're great. Just got my finger guards as well. Oh, good, Yvonne. Well done.
Yeah, I think I saw Jennifer Taylor using them on a show once.
The finger,
I thought, what's she got?
No, she was the reason we got them because she put it on Instagram. She's got them. She had them at home already.
That was it on Instagram. Oh, right.
I've got them in the next hour. If you haven't heard what I'm talking about, they're like little ends of fingers. Like you know, Ginger Mike wears his fingerless mitts in winter. Well, it's like the bits they've cut off with fingerless mitt, but it's in a prim. Oh, hello. It's in a Jessie just came in. Everybody's in today, aren't they? There's something going on we don't know about. No. Did you bring ice creams? No. Did you bring biscuits?
Not ice cream
no.
weather. Mind you, it is always ice cream weather in our house, according to my kids. So there you have those bits.
Oh, I was going to say they're upside down.
And then you add your actual bias. How long have we got? We've got ages,
Right now,
haven't we?
this is when we haven't got that long.
Oh, I haven't got that long.
How many minutes have we got? That total, so 2.5 minutes. we've
Okay,
got.
fine, we'll talk about it then.
This is where I would do it differently again to you. I would do it on one side and
Yeah, do it one side. Because I was doing mine, I thought I'm going to make mine uniform to this. I'll do it this particular way, and that's how I did it on the oven gloves, and it worked absolutely fine.
Right.
So, as I say, I start around about in the middle. Think where you actually want it to be. If you're going to have things at the top, I'd do it at the bottom, because this is the bottom bit.
Yeah.
And I'd do it around about halfway along there. Leave a little bit of a line, a little bit of a sort of an open bit. Don't sew right from there.
Oh, yes, it would be.
Yeah,
yes.
I always do, because you sometimes it says cut bias, cut tape, whatever you're actually doing, to a certain length. And then sometimes you get to the end and you've actually got a little bit more than you were expecting, a little bit always so I actually prefer, I always make mine a little bit longer.
But
and
also
then
it makes it neater when you finish it off, yeah.
It's the quilting way, isn't it, where you actually have them open out and then you sew them together. So I'll turn that way around, and then I'm going to, where we go, this way. So then I'm going, no, that way, I'm staying that way. So then I'm going to, with my clips, you could use pins if you want to, but I just prefer use clips. I clip it all the way around.
Yeah.
Sometimes you haven't got enough clips you can pin on the straight bits, doesn't really matter. And then I sew it all the way particularly around, especially these curvy bits. You can just see
through both layers.
both layers, because as long as your actual tape is the same width on both sides, and
Yes.
as long as you can check, because your clips are here as well. When you can see in your clip when you actually put it together, you clip it like this, because the clip is the same size front and back. You can tell if it's exactly the same.
Oh, yes.
So you know that's why clips work, because sometimes the pins it shifts a bit, but this will hold it, and you can see where you're going to go.
Yeah.
So as long as you can see, because sometimes it's a bit wide at the back or whatever, then you readjust it.
Those clips have also got measurements on them. These we haven't got these in stock at the moment, but they will be back.
They will be back.
They've got the 1/4 inch and 3.5 inch, I think, and then the bigger ones have got 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 3/4, so you can actually line it up where you want your stitches to
Really
be.
handy for anything which is vaguely bulky. I'd recommend these.
Okay, so when you went round, because we've got about 30 seconds.
Okay, when I went round, so I clipped them all in, and then I sort of rejigged it like this, and then I just sewed it on like this.
Yeah.
So you can see, because it's cut on the bias, it's slightly bunchy because it's got a really tight corner. Because it's cut on the bias, it is a bit like it, but it's much easier to, you can see around the curve, it curves much easier
Yes.
than if you did it in a different particular way. And you could, if you wanted to, do it the particular way sewn here, but I just thought it has a nicer feel.
When did you put your flowers on? Did you put those on before you attached the binding?
Yeah, so they were actually touched on before, and you can just see like that, so on a little circle. So I attached this before I actually did that, before they sew the pieces on.
Perfect.
Okay.
Lovely. And that's it, is it? Could you bag it out, then add top hand section?
You mean as
You
in...
could, but you'd have more seam allowance then, Lorraine, in your... So if you bagged out the long one and then added this to it, you can have more seams where you want to put your binding because you've got both lots of seams tucking in, haven't you?
You could. If the idea of binding doesn't appeal to you because you think, I'm not sure about that, what you could always do is make your 2 separate mitts, quilt them, and then put them right sides together and sew them together and then trim your allowance really, really close and do it that way.
Good. Thank you, Jess. When are you in next?
The 5th of June. It's a Tuesday, so I might have you. I don't know.
Oh, Hannah's still in New York. She's selling everybody then. Fine.
Nice.
I'll see. We haven't got our June rota yet, so I don't know if it's me, Natasha or Vicky, so you won't know just for a while yet.
OK, cool.
I've got what? Oh, she's going to watch on catch-up, Hannah says, yeah. Do which one? Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Fluent goes first. Very, very... Oh, Irene's in the building. I forgot Irene was coming in. We've got a metre and a half of flamingo, a metre of raspberry spot on, your thread and your instructions. There's about 3 of those left, that's all. 3 of those left there. Then I've got the cactus one, which is the metre and a half of your bijou, a metre of your dark green, your instructions, 2 pieces of felt, and the thread. There's the still. There's the graphics, £29.99. And then last but not least, the watermelon version. You get 3 fabrics in this. You get a metre of bijou, you get half a metre of the white and a metre of the green. You get the embroidery thread, the sewing thread, and the instructions. There it is, graphics coming in. £29.99. And don't forget this amazing Insul-Bright, which we now sell by the half metre. This is your heat. That's the width, that's the width of it there. It's 22 inches wide, so you can buy it by the half metre. It's £3.49 for half a metre. It's just brilliant to have in your stash. It's a bit boring, but it's just got the metal. It's got the metal material in the middle of it there. It makes it heat resistant. Or if you're making a picnic basket for this, not picnic basket. Oh, hundreds of units of that have gone. And you get all the instruction about it, but you can make it cold as well as hot. So if you're making one of those bags to take your food on a picnic, then you put your ice blocks in and keep it cool. Right, don't go anywhere. Irene is up after the break with her gadgets and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I've got other gadgets. I've got PVC fabric and all sorts of things. So don't go anywhere. I will see you in 3 minutes from now.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
Join us on Saturday the 12th of May when Jo Carter makes a splash with 2 irresistible softies. At 8 AM, Jo will be diving straight in to show us how to create an adorable mermaid doll from Tilde using their handy kit. Her starfish outfit, tail and hair all use the brand new Tilde Sunkiss fabric collection. Then at 10 AM, Jo will be back with a brand new pattern, a pair of seahorse softies. With their 3-dimensional fins, contrast tummies and cleverly designed curling tails, you'll be as besotted with them as they are with each other. So tune in to join us under the sea with Jo Carter, Saturday the 12th of May at 8 AM and 10 AM. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78, Sky Channel 687. The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com.
Join us on Monday the 14th of May when the Sewing Bee's Claire Louise Hardy returns with 2 hours of elegant dressmaking. At 8 a.m, Claire Louise will be sewing a pair of feminine tapered trousers. Made using stretch crepe fabric in versatile colours, they're a flattering addition to your wardrobe. Then at 10 a.m, Claire Louise shows us how to make a stunning dress with attached cape. Made using exquisite silky satin fabrics in blue, lilac and pink colourways. It's an instant outfit for this summer's weddings and other special occasions. So tune in for 2 hours of classic dressmaking, Monday the 14th of May at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 687.
Irene's arrived, and you know what? Something always goes wrong on Irene. So it's not her fault. It's not her fault whatsoever. She's looking very glamorous. You dyed your hair.
No,
She what?
the normal white.
Normal white. Anyway, she's here, and the first thing we're going to do is this. It's a fantastic little. Well, we'll explain exactly what it is in a second, but it's look for keeping your glasses in. And you know me, I'm always losing my glasses. Look, how brilliant is that? Thank goodness I cleaned my glasses as well. When you're in your workroom, you have to put them down or anything, do you? So let's just get rid of that because we don't need that.
Good morning.
How are you, my lovely?
Wonderful, thank you.
Right, so we're going to start with these. Now, what they're different. Now, we've got something to explain to you, right? We've got something to explain to you on this one. They're called the Twin Pack Grey Stripe. What it is you get one grey, which is this one colour, and it looks a bit red on your telly there, and one red. But you could get your round one in red, or you could get your... Because look at my one, and I'll take mine off, You could get... There you go, look. You could get the round one in grey and the oval one in red, or you could get the round one in red and the oval one. You can't choose. It's just as it comes, isn't it?
Different shades of grey, though.
A different shade of grey. Oh, you've been waiting to say that. It's a different shade of grey. I'm saying nothing. Yeah. One is a magnet, the one I've got, so it's always the round one that's the magnet, or could that change as well?
No, in the stock you have, you'd be pleased to hear there's just...
So the round one is always the magnetic one, and the oval one is like a pin. You know, like a butterfly on an earring and a pin on the back of it there. Now, my first question is, I noticed this in prep this morning. In this picture here, that looks like Barry Manilow, but it's not, is
That's
it?
the lady who designed them.
Oh, it's the lady who designed them, right? But then on this side here, we've got 5 gentlemen. 3 of them, I can't show it to you at the moment, but I've got 3 of them with T-shirts on, with the thing here. The other 2 have only got swimming trunks on. Where are theirs?
They're on the swimming trunks.
Oh, are they? Look.
I personally wouldn't
Hannah likes this because it's a topless man. Look how little the picture is, right? So there's the 2 men that Hannah's lusting after. But look, you don't have to use them on clothes. That one's a fridge. You can put it on the fridge door. And then that one's just to show you can put it on the side of your, when you're on your holidays. Oh, OK. Hannah's not thinking of holidays, not much. She's saying, oh, when you're halfway through a project and you can't find your glasses, Irene. Yeah. Anyway, how much are they? £9.99 for 2. £9.99 for 2. So it's ideal for holding reading glasses and sunglasses. One magnetic, one pin fixing.
And that's it, really. Well, I'm at the stage where I can't have varifocals. So I've invariably got one pair here and another pair on my face.
Oh.
I mean, time will come when I have everything in one and just...
Have you not tried... you can't have a varifocal, did you say?
No, apparently I can't have. So I have some
for
for
distance. Is that because your eyelashes are too long? They keep knocking your glasses off.
It could be.
What is it about you? Have you fallen in love or something since I last saw you? Again?
In love, if only.
Oh,
with you.
Oh, that's
I must say,
it is.
Speaking of love, I have to quickly say that all of the ladies in Belfast, everyone I spoke to sent you their love.
Oh,
and I must say that.
Lovely?
I must say that for them.
Oh, thank you. So these are brilliant. £9.99. You get 2 of them. Oh, hang on. Oops, I'll just drop it. Hannah, I can't hear you. Oh, okay. People multi-buy them, she says. They're fantastic. They are just brilliant. I hadn't even thought about the one on the front of the fridge, because you could leave your glasses on the fridge door, the last thing when I leave the house in the morning, the last thing I see is the big fridge is there and the wine fridge is there, and I go out the back door.
Yeah, well, I put mine next to my keys because I know I have to leave the house with the keys.
Oh, yes.
Well, I should leave the house with the keys.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So there you go. Lots of people multi-buying those. £9 and 99 pence. So what's that lady's name then?
Dawn.
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 Yeah, dawn.
Dawn.
Like
Dawn.
opposite to dusk.
Indeed, yes.
What you saying, Hannah? If you're using the posh embroidery machine with the computerized screen, you need reading glasses, yeah? I don't know what I think she needs some food. She only brought in edamame beans and blueberries this morning. And she thinks she's going on holiday to New York next week. She thinks a week of eating fruit and she's going to be, supermodel-like.
No. Well, could happen,
It could.
Not likely.
We've shown a picture of her already today. There's another picture of her coming up soon as well. Right, OK. Here we are. Right, shall we move on to what your Irene, the needle threading lady, everything. I could just sit back now and let you go with this. Show us what you're famous for.
Should be my last name, shouldn't it,
Yes.
really? So we'll show it in its little box, first of all, because that's how it comes.
OK.
Yeah.
There you go.
And the instruction leaflet's folded inside there, but just to show that it's in 4 easy steps.
Right. Oh, look at you.
So I've even ironed
prepped
it.
today and
I've
everything,
ironed
haven't
it.
you?
Yeah, I ironed it.
And your needles and your threads are all tidy today and everything.
I really made an effort,
What happened?
John. Got up too early. Arrived here later, maybe.
OK, right, so there's that and that. So then you get it out of the box and it slides in.
Yeah, so it's in its little house, like so.
Yeah.
You take it out, and we do recommend to put it on its platform. It's not necessary, but we recommend
No, that's good.
Permission to put the glasses on. I can't even see it for the needle now. Here it is.
Oh, I have to say thank you for my glasses. Last time Irene was here, she left me a present, right? These glasses, I took them out and thought, oh, they're ever so nice. Didn't realise there's a light in here. I'd been wearing them for a few days, reading my books and everything, and I was like, there's something itching me here. And it was like a little LED light, so you could read your book in dark, and it was brilliant. Anyway.
A bit of fun on that, right? So, health and safety, we have to put the thread first of all, in case we catch our hands on the needle.
Okay,
I've been told.
that's a new one.
Yeah, well, I've been told that by the insurance company.
Right.
So, dropping the needle in, not knowing which direction we're putting it in.
Yeah.
And then as we slide that button, you see the needle sort of nudging, turning, and it usually leaves a loop there.
Oh, yeah.
If it didn't do it, you just do it again. Yeah?
Right.
But it's usually first time.
Yeah.
When we pull that through, we're pulling that through until the end comes through.
Right, so
this
this
is
is
the
a single thread,
yeah.
yeah.
And hopefully it's threaded.
Well, it has to be. If it's come through here, does it not
so,
have to be? Oh, okay.
because, look, I can push the thread and there's no needle there.
Yeah,
So it could
yeah.
bypass the needle, but not very
But
often.
when you put it in, you just drop it in anyway, don't you?
We can't
it turns the needle.
It physically turns it. It must be straight when you drop it in.
Yeah.
Look, there it's knocking the needle.
Right.
But then when you do it again, it's got it.
Okay,
So it does prove that it turns it around.
Yes.
So that's pulling it through. That's single thread.
Okay, I was going to say now,
Yeah.
what if you want double thread?
Double it,
Yeah.
and then whatever comes through, you pull it. Now, that's only one loop,
Yes.
but I'm holding that here, the thread,
Right.
and pulling all of this surplus thread through there.
Right.
And that's double.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, that again? Because I've got an easier way than doing it that
Yes,
way.
please. Oh, if you don't mind.
Customer showed me an easier way. She said she would recommend that we just half the thread, look, and then do exactly the same
That's what I was
thing.
gonna ask you, yeah.
And that's then double.
Yes.
And I personally think that's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the loop.
But that's 4.
Are you going to call that? Yeah, some people call that 4.
That's 4 thread. That's not double thread. That's 4 thread.
See, John, I call that double because
Because.
we would usually use that loop to start the work.
Right.
Go
You're going to pretend to
through
know
it.
about sewing now as well.
I'm learning that as well,
Yeah.
John. 20 years on, I'm getting there. Did I get that in a right tangled mess, didn't I? But anyhow, that's the loop. There you see.
Oh, I see,
So then
yes.
you would be sewing with definitely double thread.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because I think about it when you do double thread, it goes through twice, you're not at the end, but then you only sew with what you've got, whereas
yes.
yours, you've got something inside your glasses.
Have I?
Yeah, look.
What would that be?
I think it's a bit of mascara.
Oh, well, that's possible.
There you
Don't
go.
usually
Right,
wear
okay.
mascara.
So we've done single thread and we've done double thread.
Yeah.
What's next?
Gold thread.
Metallic.
Metallic, that's the word. Now, definitely we recommend to lie that there double because to give it a bit of weight.
Yes,
You can
because
see
it's
how
very
spring.
flimsy, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And
Again,
then-
you just drop your needle in.
Yeah, it's not catching it, so just keep doing it
Yeah.
until it does.
Yeah.
Now, there's a foolproof way of checking that it's done, because we
Right.
said earlier it could have bypassed the
Yes,
eye.
yes, yes,
Usually
yes.
doesn't, and
Yeah.
hopefully hasn't, but hold that little button still.
Yeah.
And there's actually a metal bar that's nudged the needle around. That's out through the side of the machine. We just check that the needle doesn't move.
Oh, so
and
that
that
way
means
you-
definitely done.
Perfect.
Yeah? And then pulling that through. I don't know if we have single or double. Double because it looks prettier, I suppose.
Do either, but that just shows you can do either.
Yeah, and we
really,
could
doesn't
make
it?
that single.
Yes,
yeah?
exactly.
Okay, and works on silver thread too.
Really?
Yeah, amazing, yeah. Isn't it?
So
Now,
we've done single thread, double
double
thread,
thread.
and we've done metallic thread.
Yeah.
Next.
Multiple strands for blending or for
Oh.
cross stitch.
Yeah.
So now we can do them individually,
Okay.
but I'm going to attempt to do them together.
Okay, so you've put a black thread, a white thread, and a very luminous green thread. So
And this
they're
is-
all sitting in the groove where you normally
Right.
put it in.
And that's the finest embroidery silk.
Right.
No, it's cotton actually, but
Yeah.
the same with them. This
Yeah.
is the principle for embroidery silk. Now, whatever comes through, we're going to pull it, but I'm still attempting to get more than one, so keep hitting the button.
Yeah.
But only one of them's come through, so
Right.
that's fine. And bear in mind, this is a tiny eye, I forgot to
Yes,
say.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Oh, there you go.
There's
There's the
number
black one
2.
through.
and then moving the white or beige or whatever it is, and that's there.
So it doesn't then take, it hasn't taken, like they took the black one, the green one, then the white one. It wouldn't take the green one twice then. Do you know what I mean? When you carried on pressing, well, interesting question. She
I can't answer that one.
That's fine.
No,
The ladies in
because-
Belfast would know that.
They would indeed. No, because
Yeah.
it's already through, so... Well,
The
can't
thing is-
answer that
no,
one,
no,
sorry.
That doesn't matter. Sorry to put you... But then how, if you didn't have this gadget, how would you thread... Normally, how would you, as a sewist, how would you sew 3 threads? What have you lost?
You wouldn't. I was going to show that little thing with a wire on the end.
Oh,
Use
one
that.
of those.
Yeah,
You
and I
did one
had
of those.
one, but it's
Sandra's got a
not-
question. Oh, on an email. Sandra's got lovely to see you both, John and Irene. Could you please ask Irene... Oh, is the machine compatible with quilting needles?
Yes, it is. Down to an 11.
Is that-
Size 11.
Say this again. Size 8.
I've never seen a size 8, but that's certainly bigger than 11. 12 is the really, really fine one, and it does work on some of them.
Right. But 11 it works
11,
on.
yeah,
So an 8
fine.
it should
Yeah,
definitely
for
work
sure,
on.
yeah. I've
So
not
there you
seen
go,
an 8,
Sandra. Was
yeah.
it Sandra? Thank you, Sandra. What are you doing now?
Just for good measure, I was just adding that, because that's very effective for seasonal, for Christmas.
Oh, showing off, you mean, not for pleasure, showing off. So you've
See, you've got
literally got all... Oh, hang on. Oh,
few.
there you go. All of those are through the eye of the needle there. Fantastic. Next.
Right.
Invisible. She normally does a joke at this point, going, oh, I can't find the next one. It's the invisible one.
No.
She didn't do
Got,
that
you
today.
see, look, I'm on the ball today.
Yeah.
Except it's really, really difficult for me to see this thread, so I have to go down.
I met Irene
there's
at the Ideal Home Show. She's a lovely, lovely lady. The automatic...
Right.
Was it this Irene? Teresa? This Irene? Lovely, lovely. The automatic needle threader has saved me so much time and frustration. Fabulous gadget. And then it says 1, and then it runs out. It runs out. So I don't know what she was going to say after that.
Oh, well,
This is silk, isn't it?
no, I think it's linen.
Oh, is it linen? I think it's got silk in it. Anyway.
You see,
What are you
you
doing
know
on
about...
that side now?
Can I have permission to move on to the large?
Yes.
Thank you. So the other side is for large needles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's see the needle you're putting in there then.
I can't tell you what size, about 20, I think.
Okay.
Something like a tapestry needle.
So the
that's-
white, this white, the white side is for thin little needles, normal needles, and the black one is for thicker needles.
Black is for big and white is for wee,
Okay.
they say. Ribbon again? or-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant, because you can spend hours trying to thread ribbon through a needle,
Yeah,
can't you?
and this is silk ribbon. And I have said before that satin ribbon is a bit too stiff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, you can persist and do it. Organza ribbon.
Oh.
Now, if you notice, I'm looking at the needle there because it makes sense. If we can see the eye, why not put it in the right
Yes,
direction?
exactly, yeah.
And there, we've done. Leave
Perfect.
that double because it's pretty.
Oh, yeah, lovely.
Yeah. And I never know what this is called, and you help me out.
Oh, corded ribbon. I don't know what
Corded.
it's called. Corded. It's not thread, is it? It's like a corded cord.
Corded
Cord.
cord, of course. Right, so that's big.
Yeah, that's what we said on this side. Embroidery thread and cross stitches on this side. And what's next?
Sharing elastic.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
You're doing a
This
bit
is
of...
getting too good, isn't it? Really?
Yeah,
I'm going to fail on. You see?
yeah. Doing a bit of, what's it called? Smocking.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right. And penultimate leaf.
Oh, I was going to say.
This, this wool type.
Like a yarn, isn't it? And that's like a furnishing, upholstery needle,
yeah.
isn't it?
Now, I want to check this one that it's gone through. It
Yeah.
has, but I was fearful that it hadn't. So.
Okay.
Okay. And that's any curved needle, provided the eye is straight.
Straight, yes, obviously.
Because if
yeah.
it's actually curved.
But do some needles just carry on round?
Yes,
in a C, do
I'm
they?
surprised that they do. Yeah, some do.
So it has to be one with a straight, where the needle
Yeah.
is, has to be the first bit has to be straight.
And then
Wool.
finally, wool.
Oh, the gold needle?
The gold needle, yeah. You know? Things are looking up.
Now,
Gold
you'd think
I'm
it
hitting-
would, kind of pull the strands, wouldn't
Well,
it?
it could. But to avoid it doing that, just hit it several times.
Yeah.
And only when you feel really confident
That it's all there.
through. And I dig a couple of nails I've got. I
Yeah.
dig those in.
Okay.
Yeah. Pull that
Oh.
through. And take that
Fantastic.
in, yeah. And that's about it, really.
No, because there's also, if you've been sewing something...
Oh, John, thank you. Can I go to the...
So,
my
you know,
sewing?
if you're halfway through stitching something like a cross stitch or an embroidery or something, and the thread comes out, or English paper piecing, and the thread comes out of the needle halfway through.
That's it.
So,
Okay, so it's attached to the work. So it's physically impossible to bring that through. You
yes.
can thread it, but
Yeah.
to actually pull it through is impossible. But a clever customer of ours worked out that by taking the cap off, and by the way, she did this because she saw that there was a seam there.
Yeah.
She had the sense to take the cap off, and she realised that it wasn't glued there.
yeah.
And
So you put it through the same?
Everything's the same, every single thing. It hasn't caught the thread, so I'm just doing... Sorry. There we
There you
are.
go.
Pull that through, but this time it's easier to turn it on its side, and then the idea is to take the two threads and the needle, and you're sneaking it through that
Yes,
gap.
yeah.
And usually at that stage, the lady's asked to do it again, so shall I just quickly
Go
show
on, then.
it again?
Then we'll move on, yeah.
I usually ask them to do it themselves so that they're sure, but
Yeah.
it's just making sure that the cap isn't on, and then you give it a tug. And I've never replaced the cap, but you certainly can.
Yes, of
okay?
course.
When you've finished with it, you can take it off, store it away, and this is an actual integral little needle case to store the needles.
Fantastic.
So you can have a few bits of needles.
And did one of your ladies point that out to you as well, or did you know that?
No, I actually
you
worked
knew that one?
Yes, that's good.
I need to warn you that half of the stock of the glasses holders is gone, and they're flying out. They always do, and every show them, they're absolutely flying out. Right, so the next thing is, now we've had this before, but we've never had it in the two different colourways. Okay, is it the pink one we've had before?
We had the pink one the last time.
Yeah, pink one we've had before. It's Thank you. Pink, you can't show yours yet because it's my pink one.
Sorry.
It's pink cushion you wear on your wrist. Now, just go through. Well, I'll let you do it. Okay, taking the pink one out now, put the grey one in, and show us what you can do with it.
You wear it, of course.
Yes.
It's just so practical. Instead of fumbling and looking for needles and particularly pins, of course,
Yes.
that you just literally pop them in there.
And it's
then
thick
when you
enough
use-
for you not, it's not going to go through, is it, to your, we say?
Not even if someone willfully stabs it. Yeah. It's not touching my hand yet. So I tend to have, you know, the different colours and different sizes.
In the different
various
segments,
sections,
everything like, and then you need to put your needles in a different segment, because once your needles are mixed with your pins, you're never going to find them.
No,
are you?
that's not good.
I just think it's brilliant.
Yeah,
We've never
yeah,
had it in
that's
the
why.
grey before. We've had it in the pink before. The pink is very, very, very limited. Now got it in the grey as well. Always, always, always popular.
And really comfortable to wear. It's
Yes.
not tight in any way. And that's it.
Fantastic. Did you make that yourself then?
Every night I
you
sit up
sit at
till
home?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
They're like little sea urchins, aren't they? Or big sea urchins. Oh, hang on, got a message from Jeanette. Hi, this has been the best gadget ever. At 65, even with bifocals, I cannot see the thread, see to thread any needles. I love this, from Jeanette in Leeds. That's nice.
Good.
Needle thread up, needle thread up. Right, okay. Moving on. Magnetic dish. Sorry to rush you.
No, please.
Oh, just the dish. Oh, now, we've got Irene's keys coming up in the next bundle. I've just noticed we'll have to have lots of pixelating for the different shops on her, because she's got all her rewards cards all on her...
Oh, yes.
it's fine, doesn't matter.
Oh, I shop.
OK, so these are...
A magnetic tray or dish or bowl, depending on your
Yes.
vernacular. A huge magnet, a really, really strong magnet at the bottom, and,
Yeah.
and a metal dish.
Bowl,
and,
yeah.
And whatever, I mean, normally I would just have pins in one.
Yeah, she'd
so
hope
forth.
so.
Yeah.
5 P's in another.
5 P's I brought just for fun. And if we were to drop them, then you can actually run around and
Oh,
them up.
yes. Well, I've
Yeah.
never shown that bit. My favourite bit is this, when I show you how to do this. So if you've got metal shelves in your workroom or in your garage, look. So you could just have these. They could just have these on, you know, on your metallic shelves or something like that, and they'll just stick there with the items inside them. They are brilliant. They're £4.95 each. But also, you know, sometimes magazines like Simply Sewing or whatever give away carousels of pins. Well, look at this. The carousel of pins will sit on the bottom, so you can just pull your pins out like that and use that as your... Or then once you've used it, you throw it in there. But isn't that fantastic? Because the magnet... Obviously, they're not going to stick together because you'll have 2 norths or 2 souths facing each other. So you can never stick 2 magnets together like that, because they're just going to fight each other. They're going to fight each other. But how brilliant are they? Right, the pink one of these is sold out. And the grey one, half the stock's gone already, and it was only here this morning, first time this morning. OK, now, the magnetic telescopic stick, please, Irene.
Oh,
OK,
needles and
right.
pins, of
So should we
course.
put some pins on
I
them?
think we should.
If your pin or your roll out of reach, you think, oh, I need to pick those up. Telescopic. Da-la-la-la-la. Oh, sorry. Pick up your pins like that. And you're thinking, well, yeah, all you're able to do is pick up some pins with that. Well, no. I'll put the pins in there. We've got a pair of snippers here. Right? But we've also got Irene's keys here. Oh, now, this does worry me. Whose was it? We had a naughty... Was it Jay's or yours where there was a naughty...
I think it was Jay.
What's that?
My car key, John.
That's a car key.
Car card, yeah.
KA. Like a little...
That's a Renault. No, it's a very old car.
How weird. Anyway, so... Look.
I'm worried, aren't you?
No, because it can lift up to... What weight is it can lift up to?
£8.
£8. It can lift up to £8. I think you've got more... It's brilliant. And also, if you've spilled your pins on... You know how Janice always says she spills her pins on the floor and then Martin comes home to have his tea and there's pins everywhere? You could literally just scan your carpet like that and just pick up all your pins like that. It's brilliant. And then it folds away and you can have it just... So it could just sit in your pocket if you want to, or sit on the corner of your sewing mat and things. You know, one of those that have got places to put pens in. Just have a quick look. There you go. Got a lovely soft touch handle there, and it's just the telescopic £4.95. Fabulous. Right, we just got to recap this.
Yep.
Very quickly. I feel I've spoken more than you today, Irene.
I'm very grateful. No, we need to clarify that the pin is for really heavy coats and jackets.
Right.
Because the magnet, can I borrow that one?
Yeah, you can take that one off there.
Okay.
Oh, I've got mine here, actually.
Oh,
go on, go on.
The magnet is incredibly powerful, really powerful, but with a heavy jacket, that would actually slip, you see.
Oh,
So that's why we have the pin, and that has a lock on it.
Right.
So you need to just tweeze it.
Twist
It's got,
it.
I don't know if we can see this, it's got a tiny little groove in there.
Coming in.
Yeah.
Now, there you go, yep.
Tiny groove.
What, the pin?
On the pin itself. Yeah, just a little indentation there.
Yeah.
And so naturally the brooch goes to the front, the pin goes through, and then you put the base at the back of
But
the
it's
jacket
only like
and
putting a
twist it
lapel
on.
pin on or something
Exactly
like that.
the same.
Like those
Uniform badges and
yes,
like,
anything like that have the
poppies
same
and
sort of thing on the back, don't they? So that's brilliant. And also this magnet is incredibly, incredibly strong. But again, if you've got your fridge, I don't know if you can come over with me here. Oh, no, it's not sticking to this one.
Not ferromagnetic.
That one's not ferromagnetic, that one. But anyway, stick to your fridge. Oh. So you get both of those. Now, I just need to point out, it's called grey and red. You get one red and one grey, but your round one will always be your magnet, and your oval one will always be your pin. But the bit in between might swap, so you might get an oval red one and a round grey one. Because I got, in my pack that came this morning, I got an oval grey one, a round grey one, and I also got an oval grey one.
Oh.
So there could be a mixture. Could be a mixture. Anyway, Irene, I'm going now.
Thank you, John.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you for coming all this way. I know she's got more gadgets, which she was supposed to have today, but there's been not Irene's fault, our fault, I think, or some delivery fault. But you'll be back soon with more gadgets, won't you?
I will.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank
She
you,
comes all the
John.
way from London to see us just for that little bit there. Thank you, Irene.
Thank you.
Oh, why have I picked this up? Right, before I go back to the main table, because I've got lots and lots of other gadgets to show you, I've got 3 bundles to show you now. These are beautiful. This always sells. Now, did I not see this on the website earlier? That's why I shouted, "Sew the rainbow." This one here, £31.99. What you get is you get 5 metres of each fabric. So you get all these gorgeous colours. We'll do the real names for you now. Oh, sorry, you say you hadn't got the real names. Oh, don't worry then. Don't worry. Real purple. Violet. Nautical blue, cornflower blue. Emerald green. Lime green. Fuchsia. Yellow. Bright orange. And bright red. I could have done those, sorry. £31.99 for... No, sorry, I thought you said here's the names. That's why I said it. I think we've got issues with our talk back today. I think they need to be looked at. £31. I have issues with you every day, Hannah. It doesn't stop me from talking, does it? £31.99. You get 5 metres of fabric, 10 different colours, half a metre of each. They're beautiful, aren't they? Oh, Hannah will cut them into 2.5-inch strips and do a design roll quilt. I love them in Bargello around the world, just a trip around the world. Everyone seems to, whenever I'm not here, people move things, don't they? No, I know, but they're supposed to be set dressing, and you're supposed to be able to go, oh, here's the trip around the world, and it's gone. Hannah's gone, it's not your studio, John Scott. Ooh, that's me told. Right, okay. So that is your bright rainbow bundle there. Very popular, always popular. Beautiful, look at those colours there. Okay. One last look at the colours. Look. Gorgeous, aren't they? So lovely colours. Right, okay, then I've got them in spot on. Now, there's not as much fabric in this one. 1, 2, 3. 3 metres, 6 different colours here. I've got bright red, I've got papaya, I've got yellow, I've got either lime or grass, violet, and marine. No, cobalt. I've made them up anyway. That's what you get. That's what you get. You'll be able to see. When you get them, they all have a little sticker on them saying the number, so you can look up what the actual colour is if you want to reorder it, to order some more in the future. It's marine, spot on. Apple, sunshine, papaya, lilac. So I got 2 right. Not bad for an old man. £24.75. They're lovely, aren't they? I mean, the thing is, I'd want all of them. I'd want the spot on and I'd want the rainbow because they're just lovely together, aren't they? But obviously, that one's £24.75 for 3 meters of spot on fabric, 6 different varieties. And then last but not least, this is beautiful. This is pastel. I don't think what they called it, pastel. Pastel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 meters again. Pastel rainbow, this one's called. £31.99. Same thing, but in the kind of pastel-y shades. Coral, lemon, cream, baby pink, lilac, optical white, baby blue, spearmint, vintage blue, and vintage pink. It's lovely, isn't it? £31.99. Half a metre of each one. 10 different fabrics, all gorgeous colours. I know, just brilliant for your stash, aren't they? Half a metre of each, nice, but because they're 44 inches wide, machine washable. Lovely to have in your stash. Even if you don't use them all in the same project, they're just fantastic to have, aren't they? Oh, yes, and one thing I need to point out is if you buy 2 of this bundle, you will get a metre of each fabric, but it won't be in a metre piece. You'll get 2 half metres, 2 half metres, 2 half metres, 2. It's the way the cutting machine works and everything. So I'm afraid at the moment you can't add them together. They're just all like all the greens cut, all the blues cut, all the yellows are cut, and then they go. Oh, Marion wanted 1, June wanted 3. So that's how it works, like that sort of thing. £31.99. But obviously, if you love those colours, and you want to go and buy more than half a metre, all of them are available on the web. And if you then buy a metre or 2 metres, those do come joined together, obviously, when you buy them off the bolt. Right, the bright coloured rainbow, the traditional one. Lots of people have checked out this one here. Lots of you checked out on this one already. Colours are gorgeous. The purple, the green, the pink, the yellow, the citrus. Oh, just beautiful. I love the colours. Half a metre of each colour in there. 10 colours. 5 metres in total. Beautiful. £31.99. Okay, let's go back to the table. Now, I have to say, it's a bit of a tatty old design, isn't it? But here we go. PVCs. Let's do the PVCs and get them out of the way, and then we can get onto the gadgets, can't we? Some of which you'll have seen, some of which you might not have done. Right. These are all people. Do you know what? These are summer tablecloths outside, or cloths just to put down on the floor where you have your picnic in the garden or whatever. Which one shall we start with then? The dogs. Have I just got it in the one colourway? Yes, I have. This is a beautiful. Right, so this is PVC. This is obviously a metre. Let me show you what half metre will look like. This is duck egg dogs. There you go. That's what half a metre looks like. Feels like 60 inches wide, maybe 55 inches. I'll have a look in a minute. £5.99 for half a metre. PVC, beautiful PVC, gorgeous design. You've seen that design before. Lots of you have, oh, do you know what? Has Jess walked off with my tape measure? Where's it gone? Must have been picked up off the table. Oh, yes, I'll use that one for now. This is the, oh no, someone's already opened it. It's not me opening it for the first time. Where did you take that, Wayne? 52 inches, I think it is. Yeah. 52 inches. Thank you, Wayne. Oh, Wayne, this one needs to be rolled up and put back in there now. Thank you. I'm causing Wayne. Saying Wayne is a producer, really. He's just helping us out, coming in to do floor. It's rubbish. He's not really. That's ½ metre, £5.99. And you're making a tablecloth, making something to put down on the floor. What else would you make? A bag? You can make a bag out of it. I don't think I'd make a dog coat out of it. The dog might get a bit hot in that. A rain mat for a dog. Michael. Swimming bag for a dog? No. Swimming bag, full stop. Now, I'm not going to say it. Nothing. An umbrella. You could try and make an umbrella, Michael. They're one of the most difficult things to make, because I did have to make one once for an opera. Yeah, not an umbrella. I made a parasol, but it had to be done properly. But, oh, it was difficult. That's gorgeous. That's the dog one. The which one? Atlas. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I've not seen this one. Oh, very limited. Oh, that's nice. I like this one. No, I'd love this. Well, yeah, no, you'd have it as wall hanging. You could put a pin in it everywhere you've been, Hannah. Have you not? So the whole of that is Asia. And Hannah's never been anywhere in Asia before. That's not like you, because you're well-trained. Oh, brilliant. Bring it in. Thank you. It's been used in a project this week, obviously. Look. Oh, that's nice. Who did this? Is this a Jennifer Taylor bag? Oh, it's nice. Oh, I think I might have this one. You can tell it's a Jennifer Taylor one because it comes with a sash cushion. Oh, do you know what? The only thing I'll have to... Oh, no. Yeah, it's a bit... The strap's a little bit short for me. Oh, no. Right, OK. OK. OK, we're limited today on that. Some may be in bundles for another project somewhere along the line. But we'll obviously try and get it back if we can. Oh, I think that's lovely. Well done, Jennifer Taylor. That's a lovely bag. Next. Camper vans. Now, when I was doing that film, Ghost in the Darkness in Africa, I had one of these, and they took all the seats. For some reason, they took the seats out of it, but then I had to use it to pick up all my ladies from the townships who were working with me. Oh, I must bring in some pictures of that. That was such a... I loved my ladies from the townships. Anyway, look. This is nice, isn't it? Blue Volkswagen van. Well, no, because I did the Volkswagen... tour, the big tour, they're launching the new Polo a few years ago through the medium of fashion. And I got told off on the first day for saying Volkswagen. It's Volkswagen. Isn't that lovely? You get a red one, a blue one, a dark blue one, a mid-blue one, and a beige one. For the Atlas fabric, we each have to buy 1 metre to get the whole map. Oh, good question, Mandy. I'll have a look quickly for you. I'll come back to the Volkswagen in a minute, because this is going to sell out, and I don't want Mandy to miss it, because I wasn't very... oh, no, ½ metre, look. Hang on. Look, hang on, here's ½ metre. There's ½ metre. No, look, ½ metre. Oh, now. I can't guarantee if you buy ½ metre... It depends where they cut it, because it's not a panel, is it? Because, look... You could definitely patch the whole world, because look, there's Asia and there's Asia, but the bottom of Africa's, if you got 1 metre, you'll definitely get the whole world. But if you buy ½ metre, I can't guarantee you'll get the whole... You will, but it'll be in 2 pieces, if you see what I mean. It's not a panel. So if it was a panel, they'd cut it so that it was definitely... Oh, they should have thought that one through, shouldn't they? But thank you. Was that Mandy, did you say? Not us, Mandy. It's not us, it's them. Anyway, back to Volkswagen. Blimey, look at the time. Better get a move on. OK. Lovely. Next. Now, is there only 1 seaside? I think I can see 2 seasides. Oh, yes. St Ives, this is meant to be. Anna's parents went on their honeymoon to St Ives. You see, this is what, never iron your PVC, even on the wrong side, because I think it creates a bit of a friction between the two proper sides. You know what I mean? Oh, and you tape measure sticks to it. 52 inches wide. It feels wider, this. 52 inches wide. That's cute, isn't it? I know. PVC fabric, ½ metre, £5.99. Oh, it just says holidays, doesn't it? Mind you, you're going on holiday next week, but it's not to the sea. There's no seaside, is there, in Manhattan? There's the piers. You can go to the piers, but there's no seaside. Oh, yeah. Pier 42 we used to go to all the time. Oh, happy days when I lived in New York. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Next. Spotty in which colour? I have. Oh, yes, I have. Got four spots. Is this called orange? It's a very pale orange. This is obviously a metre here, but... Oh, now this... Where's the salvage? There we go. No, there we go. It's the same, it's the same, it's the same. Same. Feels a bit shinier, this one. This one looks a bit shinier, doesn't it? I think it's lovely. Spotty orange. It's not orange. Yeah, coral, brick, peach, dark peach. Or I could just go a peach right now. A one that's perfectly ripe. And how often do you buy them in the shop? It's either too hard or too soft. £5.99 for ½ metre. Say that again. Oh, she's heading for such a slap. Which colour do you want now? Sea foam next. That's why I can't bear when you go to a posh restaurant and they say it's got foam on it, sea foam on it. It just looks like somebody spat on your plate, doesn't it? No, don't order it anymore. I don't think these... I think we need to have a word with whoever looks after these. £5.99, Friet's Seafoam Spotty PVC fabric. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's a picture on the website where it's got a squidge in the middle. I think this is... You know that boy that takes the photos? Look. The other boy didn't do it, but I think that's what he's done there. Anyway, moving on. That's seafoam. Next. Ochre yellow. It's called yellow? Oh, thank you. You see, she's picking on me, going, oh, what is it with you today, John? This is yellow, but they don't call it yellow. It's... There we go. I do apologise. It won't take long to flatten out once you've got it on your table. Yours won't be like this. It's because someone's just screwed these up, yeah. £5.99, but it's brilliant PVC. You can soon, even if you did have creases like that, if you've stored it in your shed over the winter, you can just get those creases out. Yes. Well, is yours a round table or a square table? See, so it'd be easy. You'd have to cut a nice big circle, wouldn't you, for that? And then last but not least, the spotty in grey. So if you bought a metre, oh no, because it'd be, how big's your table? That's a metre, no, but ½ metre won't be enough to do your table. You can make a peg bag out of it, yeah? You got a washing line? Oh. Between your house and next door. There's the grey one. I imagine, you know, where you live in your village, everything would be quite dirty once you brought it in off the washing line. And I only say that because a friend of mine put all his, Andrew's a TV producer, and he put on Facebook last week, he's just washed all his sheets, put that on the line, and they were blowing it, and then the people next door lit a barbecue on a fire, and they said, let's bring them all in and wash them again. Next. I've got foxes in both the colours that you saw earlier. So I've got foxes multi. Oh, now, who was it that wanted the fox fabric? And then you've maybe got the cotton for your cushions. And then your tablecloth could be made out of this. Or you could do, if you did a bag like this, you could maybe put PVC and the cotton. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? $5.99. Multi-foxy. $5.99. For half a metre. Remember, I've got a metre on the table there. Okay, next one is foxes in teal. Oh, dear. Foxes in teal. No, they shouldn't have a stretch to them. No, no stretch. $5.99. It's lovely, isn't it? So we had the fabric on, like the canvasy version of this earlier. This is the PVC version. And then last but not least, garden sheds. Is it called this one? Be something more glamorous than that, I imagine. So we're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two. Yeah, we'll finish that one now, Hannah. Don't be singing that on the aeroplane going to New York. That's what I mean. New York always used to be 8 hours there and 5 hours home in the old days. Blue summer holiday, that one. Half a metre, $5.99. It's lovely, isn't it? Really gorgeous. Now, they are all listed underneath. Okay, next. I haven't got anything else. Oh, the darning mushroom. This is new, brand new, brand new, brand new. We love it because it's cute. You can get darning mushrooms that are just plain, but this one's lovely. It's a prim one. It's going to look like a mushroom, isn't it? Obviously, well, no, it's when I bought one of these for Jo, because when she was doing a face of one of her animals, and I saw you need a darning mushroom, and she looked at me as if saying, what on earth are you talking about? But you can imagine if she's doing one of the embroideries on her face, she could put that up inside and do the embroidery over it. Yeah, if you do lots of toy making, very good. You know, because nobody darns really these days, do they? Unless you're doing it like Jennifer does her sash code, like kind of as a decorative thing. Nobody fixes, people just throw things away these days, don't they? Darning cement it like that. So if you had a hole in something, you used to darn it. The stick and the mushroom will join together, and then what you do, shall I open it and show you? Very quickly, because it's going to be the most, there you go, there you go, there you go. And then what you do is that goes like that, right? Oh, that's not going very straight. That goes in there. And then what you do is I haven't got, oh, I know, I've got some fabric here. Where the hole is in your fabric, you'd pull the hole over the top of here, and then you'd stitch across to darn and across like that darn. You'd create another fabric, but using the wool, as it were, doing interwoven across that way and across that way. But this way, keeping it stretched over the mushroom, it does. You're not going to get any tucks in it or anything like that. It's like an old-fashioned. Oh, my nan used to have these. Not hers weren't painted beautifully like that, but they're brilliant, and you can get them in all different sizes for different projects and everything. That's lovely. If you do toy making, it's fantastic for if you've got to get to the eyes or the embroidery on the face, and it's in a odd shape or something like that. Oh yeah, chalk up your pen here. Right, chalk up your pen here. I've got the fabric here. Let me just open it. This is how it arrives. It's brand new, brand spanking new. Hayley's already used this morning, right? So if you want to mark, well, it's not called. I've called it chalk copy. It's not chalk copy, is it? It's called Chaco pen. Right, so what you do is if you want to mark where you're going to, your darts or anything like any normal marker, okay, so can you see that there? It is like a felt tip, feels like a felt tip, but then look at the other end here. Isn't that like magic? That is like magic, look. It's completely and utterly disappearing, look. Oh, I love it. Look at that, it's gone completely, So at one end, you have your water erasable blue, and then the other end, well, you know what, it's called eraser pen, it could just have water in it. Couldn't it, really? But look at, they've disappeared completely. Oh, now it's saying to spray, why is there a picture of a squirty thing on the front? The marks will disappear with water or the eraser pen. Markings can be erased by using, you can spray, look here on the front, look, there's a little picture there. So you could just spray water on it. Oh, yeah, you just spray water on it, it disappears if you wanted to, or use the other end of the pen. Oh, I think that's brilliant. How much is it? $4.99. Oh, that's a, do you know, all of our guests are going to, oh, and it's got instructions. It's got instructions inside. I think Joe Carter and Lucy would love that. Anyway, that is fantastic, isn't it? Make sure you, brand spanking new. Do you know what? I'm amazed. Because it's completely and utterly disappeared. Just got to dry off because it's a bit damp still, but it's gone, completely gone. Yes, when you think how deep the blue was and everything, and sometimes you'd be frightened to draw with that on your fabric, wouldn't you? The other pen, oh no, I haven't got time to do this one, but what you do is, you know Mandy Shaw has her transfers, and she always said we should get some of these in. So what you do is you get some tracing paper, like as in, you know, kind of thin paper. You draw your design on the paper. Now, obviously, you have to draw your design backwards. So if you're doing letters, you need to use a template or something like that. And then what you do is you put the, so if you've got, this is what this is all for here, right? I can't do it now, but. So you draw your design. Right, so you draw your design on your paper like that. That's right. And then you put it face down on your fabric. Yeah, just normal, that's our pattern cutting paper, just normal paper. You put that down on your fabric, with the face side down. Iron it like this. Or no, you don't go like that, you go like that. With a really, really hot iron, and the transfer will come out on your fabric for you to do your red work or anything like that. So if you've done a Mandy Shaw and the transfers run out, you could create your own version using this pen. Now, there's one quick question I've got. I think this is the one. Where's the English? For transferring embroidery motifs onto light-coloured fabrics, it tells you exactly what you have to do. Never draw directly onto the fabric, and you need to. Oh, this is the one that doesn't wash out. This is the one that does not wash out. So you're going to need to stitch over every single bit of the line because the line doesn't wash out afterwards. The transfer does. There's another one, a pink one, where the line washes out. But this one, so if you've got to stitch, like a Mandy Shaw transfer, you have to stitch over all of it. Oh, this is, oh, look, there's so much in the time. I'm going to run out. Oh, I just... The box of pins just went, because I've got it upside down. This is brilliant. Look what you get in here, right? I know it's $62.99, but you get everything you need in here, right? You get, it's at Prim, first of all, so it's brilliant quality, isn't it? You get a rotary cutter, you get a marker pen, you get a foldable cutting mat, you get a stitch ripper, you get pins, you get quilter's needles, and they're in that fantastic thing with the magnet inside. You get a ruler, and you get sewing machine needles. I said seam ripper. Yeah, I've just read them all off the back, so I know I've said them all. But there's a foldable cutting mat in there, the rotary cutter. Now, it's from Prim. This is where the confusion, that's an Alpha rotary cutter, but it's from Prim. It's like our other Prim rotary cutter, you know, the one with the handle that Jess was using earlier. It's from Prim, but it's got Alpha written on it. That is brilliant. Well, lovely. I know it's £62, but think of all the things you're getting there, and think of the components, right? So rotary cutter, marker pen, cutting board, ruler, seam ripper, pins, needles, and sewing machine needles. That's lovely. What I've got, and also it's got a. Now I haven't opened this. It's got a booklet in there as well. I don't really know what the booklet's about. No. I haven't got time to... Oh, hang on. No, I haven't got time to open it today. Can I do this again another day? No, I don't want to rip the box, you see, because it's such a beautiful box. There must be one open somewhere, because it's not a premiere, is it, today? I think Natasha's had this already, so there must be an open one somewhere. OK? Oh, finger guards, very quickly, yes, because we were talking about these earlier. These are, Jennifer Taylor suggested we get these in. They are, you get 3 in a packet like this. Yeah, so they're all different sizes, $4.49. And what you do is, look, you see the 3 different sizes in there for your different size fingers, is you literally put them on your fingers where you're going, oh, I've done that the wrong way around, where you're going to hold, obviously that one's too small for me. So when you're ironing and you're holding onto, maybe that one should go on my thumb, like that, there you go. And like the bias binding maker, so if you've got the iron here and you're ironing along, these are like silicone, the same silicone that the iron rest's made out of. Now, I'm not saying your fingers aren't going to get hot, but they're going to be protected, aren't they? £4.49, you get all 3 of those for £4.49. That's what we were talking about in the last, was it the last hour? Yeah, last hour when we talked about bias binding, wasn't it? Okay, put that away. That's all right. Brand new cutting scissors here. These are premieres. These haven't been seen before. They're Millwards, look. They're Millwards. $14.99, these are. They've got that lovely soft grip on the handle, soft handle there. They're 24 centimetres in length. $14.99. Cuts up to 20 layers of dressmaking fabric in one go. Crikey! Stainless steel, titanium-coated blades. Oh, they'll be fantastic. 9.5 inch, 24 centimetres. That's a brilliant price, $14.99. Sorry to rush you. Sorry to rush you, because we've just got... Oh, now remember, if you buy those, oh, he's taking it away now. If you buy these as your first purchase, you know that sewing kit? I took the sewing, I gave it to Wayne to put the thing back in, but you get a lovely little sewing kit. We've not got a picture. Okay. $14.99, it's lovely. It's not even on the pictures. It's a really lovely little sewing kit. You got it there, Wayne, can I have it back? £14.99. Let me do the menu. Oh, there it is. Here it comes. You know the little blue sewing kit that I gave you to put the tape measure back in? Oh, there it is, hiding behind the plant. Thank you. This is what you get. So if you buy these scissors, $14.99, or anything over £10, new customers, first purchase, spend £10 or over, and you will not including post and packaging, you automatically get this. Someone's already taken other safety pins out of there, look. Brilliant. Okay. Tomorrow's menu. I'm back tomorrow, then I'm off again. So have a look at what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm off for the weekend, yeah. Coming up today, not today, tomorrow. That's today. That's the wrong one. That's today. I can't do it again. Here we go. Coming up tomorrow with me, oh, it's gorgeous. The colourful Wales quilt. In the adverts, watch the adverts. That's beautiful with Joe Carter. Then I've got fabulous quilting fabric at 9 o'clock. Then I've got puppy love stories, softies even, at 10 o'clock. And then I've got, well, look, because look at these two here. 11 o'clock, I've got new fabric. I thought it was a love story because they're going to fall in love with each other. Except that puppy love stories tomorrow. I wonder if you can swap the legs around if you wanted that one to be... Anyway, it's up to you. And also the lovely collars and everything. They're tomorrow with Joe Carter. Oh, look at their little tails. Oh, how gorgeous are they? Well, that one's rolled over. Come on, play nice. They're gorgeous, aren't they? That's tomorrow. That's all tomorrow. So now, if you've got anything in your basket from today, please, please, please check out. Lots of things were very close to selling out today. Lots of things did sell out, but lots of things were very, very close to selling out. We didn't even do the sheep, right? We've got a picture now of Hannah she thinks she looks like the sheep. I don't see it myself. It was her that insisted on it. Anyway, thanks ever so much for your time today. Thank you. Go off and enjoy your day now. I hope it's a lovely day. I'll be back tomorrow with all those fabulous Joe Carters. She must be in for 2 days because she's got the mermaid and there's something else the next day, hasn't she? Anyway, I think I've run out of things to say now. 15 seconds. Seahorse she's got tomorrow. What were you trying to say to her? I was ready to see what Hannah was trying to say. She goes, see. It's over there somewhere. Oh, there's that cat. I got to put that away. Thanks ever so much, company. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Don't be late.
Join us on Friday the 11th of May when Joe Carter is back with not one, but 2 irresistible projects. At 8 a.m, Joe will be showing us how to make the Preppy the Whale quilt by Elizabeth Hartman. This delightful pattern features a pod of vibrant whales, and we have a choice of 2 kits, each in bold, beautiful colourways. Then at 10 a.m, we welcome the newest addition to the Sewing Quarter family, Joe's adorable puppy design with floppy ears, a cute tail and stylish collar. You won't be able to resist giving a home to one of our kits. So tune in for Creatures Great and Small with Joe Carter, Friday the 11th of May at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 687.